is basically this bleeding, fleshy growth that has grown around this special citadel. Gale and Lulu had taken Zariel's sword in the moments before her fall and hidden it here in Avernus, protecting it by an alabaster citadel, which later has been kind of corrupted and twisted. All of this fleshy scab has grown around it, and there's kind of like a tunnel around the edges of this circular citadel. It's kind of like a dome-shaped chamber, or edifice, I should say. Anyway, so you've been trying to look for an entrance, a way into the citadel to reclaim the sword of Zariel, and you've basically just traveled down through all these tunnels, having to navigate, climb, and jump off small ledges, and there's a lot of climbing involved because a lot of these tunnels dip straight downward. Anyway, you made your way through with a bit of scouting, and you haven't really had any trouble. You did encounter this shadow demon, but it fairly quickly fled when it did meet you all, when it laid eyes on everyone. Anyway, you've continued making your way down, and as you've descended further down into the scab, you've found the material, this fleshy, scabrous growth, has grown harder and harder. And we ended the session with you guys just cutting open another piece of the sinew to reveal a chamber with 5 or 6 cackling gnolls and 3 Vroks reveling in this hideous dance that the gnolls do around a giant gnoll statue. So just for continuity and balance sake, just say that instead of Halstrom being with you guys, it was a Nico. So you've actually not had the effects of aid, but Nico should be pretty much good to go, fresh, and Halstrom will be out watching the vehicles outside, basically. So we just did like a little bit of a swap-see-do. Alright, this is a side view map. So you're looking side on. The tunnel that you're in is about 10 feet wide, so 2 people can fit in one space. But as you look down into this larger chamber where the Vroks are, it's about 20 feet wide. So 4 people could fit in the single square, side by side, 20 feet long. And then it gets even wider. Down here on the ground, it's actually like 40 feet wide. So it just opens up into a very wide chamber. So there's 3 Vroks and 6 gnolls. The gnolls dance around a statue, reveling in madness, and the Vroks seem to be participating in that reveling. And as you've slashed open this sinew, the 3 Vroks and the gnoll have all turned their attention to you. The gnolls continue dancing, and as they're dancing, they're pulling longbows off of their shoulders. And they just kind of have them slung over their shoulder, and they're knocking arrows, and they continue dancing and looking up at you guys, ready to loose arrows, with the Vroks basically rushing you guys on sight. So Adrian's got on Spider Climb, the spell. Zygon, you're still suffering a little bit of an effect from dying. Other than that, you should be good to go. And we'll be just rolling initiative straight away. So, this is a drop here as well. If you can't see quite clearly off the edge of this map, it's just a sheer drop down, 20 to 40 feet. So be careful if you get close to the edge. Alright, Gerald, you're up first.
Alright, these Vroks are problematic, but let's see what we can do by dropping a hypnotic pattern in that room.
Okay. Just on the 3 Vroks?
I want it to, let's say the top of the cube will go through this one, the back of the cube will go through this one, and I think I can get that gnoll. It's a 30-foot cube.
Yeah, you can.
And then across, I can't see what else I'll hit with it, but hopefully other things. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, this is a circular template, like just fill in the corners, like this corner.
Yep.
And, alright, drop a hypnotic pattern, swirling pattern. All this imagery appears over the creature's faces, and the Vroks squawk and make wisdom saves. You have advantage because they're quite resilient to magic. 23 and 2 17s.
Yeah, my DC is 17, so they'll pass.
And there's actually a knoll too that I hadn't rolled yet. You actually got another rock that you couldn't see. Alright, as all these gnolls are dancing around, one of them just stops and they become mesmerized by the hypnotic pattern. Charmed, incapacitated, and 0 movement speed.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty.
Sorry, it's Roll20 flagging a little bit.
No problem. I got you. Alright, this rock, they just look up at you. And it just screeches and it flies straight in. There is a narrow passage in which the rock squeezes through. Its vulture-like head cutting through this little hole, and you just see this giant beak snapping and screeching, its wings fluttering like mad. And it starts to kick up all of this toxic dander. And a 15-foot radius cloud of toxic spores wash over Zygon, Adrian, Gerald, and Nico.
Ooh.
So the 4 of you need to make a Constitution save against poison.
All of you should have the +5. So +5, it makes 17.
17 is a success. Zygon, you fail. Gerald, you fail.
What? In the con?
And Nico.
Gerald fails with 30.
Sorry, not Gerald. I meant you succeed. And Nico, you fail with a 13. Alright, when you're hit with these spores, you become poisoned. And it's burning the lungs, basically. You'll take poison damage at the start of your turn, repeating the saving throw at the end of your turn to get rid of it. And the rock's squawking. There's other rocks behind it. It's clawing and it's trying to push its way in. It's basically stuck there, and that's where it ends its turn. Alright, Adrian, at the start of your turn, these spores, they start to burn you.
Wait, I made a save?
Oh, sorry, you made it. You succeeded. You didn't have the bonus. You succeeded. You got a 16.
I disengage from it on the ceiling and then I will throw some daggers at it. First one and second.
Alright, both daggers, they slam into the rock. Both hit.
So that will deal
26.
yes, 26.
Alright, both daggers stick into the rock's arms. It screeches. A bit of black purplish ichor drips down from it. It's mildly injured.
I sneer at it and that will be my turn. Where is my EOT button? There you are.
Nico, you take 3 points of poison damage at the start of your turn from the spores.
Okay. Do I get another save on that, or?
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay. I'm also resistant to poison, so I'll take one.
It barely affects you.
Okay. So it seems like there's a lot of unhappy things in there. I'll just drop a moonbeam right on this guy's rock's heads, like right there.
Okay. Alright, the moonbeam, it's 30 feet high. And the column just basically starts in this square.
You said it was, how high would you say the thing was? The room?
You're only limited to what you can see.
Okay, so let me go around into here and see what I see.
Alright, when you'll need to be there. This is a side view map, so you have to stick to the floor.
Oh, it's side view. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're up in the high, and these guys are down on the floor, down over here?
Yeah.
I'll drop it on the knolls, then down on the floor.
Alright, where are you centering the moonbeam?
I'll center the moonbeam like
Alright.
right here.
Okay. Alright, we'll just use that damage roll for now.
Yeah.
Next time, just get the location first before you roll. Alright,
No, sorry, I didn't. I missed the side view map thing.
No problem. Alright, the gnolls are Screech. And the one that was charmed is burnt for 11 radiant damage. Its flesh starts to bubble, fur begins to fall out. The other gnoll, it resists. Actually, sorry, they're not even supposed to roll till the start of their turn, but I've done it now. So, anyway, they're just getting smelted away by the moonbeam.
Okay. And then I'll end and I'll roll again. I'm just rolling friendship at this point.
26 is success. No longer poison. Zygon.
Okay. So first I take damage, right?
Yeah. The
Are we
poison.
Are we squeezing here?
No, it's 10 feet wide. You're not squeezing.
Okay.
You'll hit
so-
4-5 poison damage, Zygon. 2 people can fit in 1 square.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stay here and be like a big old meat shield. So in service of that, I'm going to go ahead and lay on hands for 7 points, curing my poison and healing me back up to full.
You can, I don't think you can do that.
I don't think you can do both at the same time. I think it's either the 5 to get rid of poison
Yeah.
or to
Okay.
heal.
You can.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll take the 5 then, just to
Okay.
heal myself of poison, get rid of the poison. So I burn 5 points and
Yeah, you spend 5 points and it heals a condition, but you don't gain any healing from it.
Okay, then the condition's gone then,
Yep, you're no longer
That's it.
poisoned.
and that's my turn.
Alright, this rock screeches and pushes in next to the other rock, squeezing. And it just, actually it'll get here. Just managed to get its vulture head in and it just kicks up a ton of spores. And it doesn't care about the other rock, it just gets those spores all over it. Doesn't seem to actually be affected anyway. But it hits Gerald, Adrian, Nico, and Zygon. Each of you make a constitution save against poison.
Oh man, I am still in the radius? Well, shit.
And Zygon's bonus giving you +5.
It's nice.
Alright, Nico, you become
I
poisoned.
got advantage from Infernal Constitution too.
Okay. With your Infernal Constitution, you resist. Zygon, you succeed. Gerald, you succeed with a 14. And Adrian, you also succeed. No one's affected by the spores. And the other rock just is screeching as they're squeezing it. Gets kicked back over here, provoking an opportunity attack from Nico and Zygon.
Ooh, what an opportunity! Let's do that.
That hits. And that hits. Alright, Nico, your scimitar just kind of bounces off the rock for 4 points of damage. And your Warhammer attack, Zygon, it just really flares up with radiant energy and burns through the rock for 13 damage. The rock's looking a little bit beaten up now. Alright, I've done the gnolls that start in the moonbeam already. So they've already taken that damage. And to your horror, all of their injuries, just about the entirety of their injuries heal up. That gnoll that was badly burnt by the radiant energy looks completely healthy once more. The one that had resisted has not a single injury on it. And the gnolls, they make an effort to move out of the moonbeam, and they're armed with longbows. They look up and they dance out of the moonbeam, continue dancing around the statue, and then there's just a flurry of arrows that's flung up towards Nico and Zygon. First arrow at Nico, and you guys have half cover against all these attacks. Here's the first one. It misses. Another arrow at Nico. That misses. An arrow at Zygon. Miss. Another arrow at Zygon. That misses. And then one arrow at Nico. It's a crit. You hit for 11 piercing damage as the arrow glances your neck. And final arrow at Zygon. The 6 gnolls keep on cackling maniacally as another arrow sticks into the scab. You hear their hideous laughter as they keep on dancing around this 9-foot tall gnoll statue. And that's it for their turns. Bargle.
Alright, I'm going to scooch up and share the cell with Gerald here. Gerald. And I'm going to swap to the Hellfire Glaive and attack that rock that's in range. I'm going to do it recklessly.
Hit. You angle the glaive downwards, slashing through the rock's feathered wing. It's looking bloodied. And that hits. You drive the glaive into its shoulder. Ah! Lets out a vicious screech and ichor splatters out behind it. It's very badly injured.
Right. And actually, I'm going to step.
This rock, it flutters up, squeezing in next to the other rock, and it just screeches loudly. Lets out this horrific screech. Zygon, Nico, Adrian, Gerald, and Bargle. It intensely assaults your ears and your mind. Each of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Another con save.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
that will be 15. I don't think.
15 is a success.
Oh, that's unexpected.
Adrian and Nico succeed, but Zygon, Gerald, and Bargle, each of you becomes stunned. And you can repeat the saving throw. Actually, sorry, it's just for 1 round. Until the end of the rock's next turn. And then that rock, it's pushed out, because there's just not enough room for it to stay squeezed into that space. I guess it'll be pushed here. It's 40 feet wide down here. Okay, Raven.
Alright. Oh, can't go that way. Alright. I think I'm going to drop a synaptic around there.
Okay. That'll hit the 3 rocks easily.
Hopefully hit something else too.
Alright, drop a synaptic static. It floods pretty much the entire cavity. And 3 rocks squawk. And the 2 closest ones succeed. Fail, taking 28 psychic damage. They start flicking their necks from side to side, squawking ichor dripping out of their mouths. And one of them is on the brink of death. One of them does resist and gets a little bit muddled for 14 psychic damage.
And done.
Gerald, you're just left with your vision basically reverberating around you, stunned. You'll be recovering soon. This rock is going to grapple Zygon. Ah! And it's gonna rip him away.
I can't resist that.
You're stunned. Alright, drags you back here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And it drags you back here, and it screeches in Abyssal down to the gnolls. Ah! Present for you! And it just drops you. It drops you 25 feet down. You go into the moonbeam, make a Constitution saving throw. You will take 5 bludgeoning damage and fall prone, and Nico, you'll need to roll the moonbeam damage. Nico? Oh. You, what's your DC, Nico?
That's a good question. We leveled 16.
Okay, you fail. And you take 10 points of radiant damage, Zygon.
With 17? I got a 17.
You don't get your aura when you're incapacitated.
Oh, okay.
Well, it only disables when Paladin is unconscious.
Is it?
Yes.
Let me.
I thought it was
Look it up.
incapacitated. Well, I might be wrong there. Look it up.
Yeah.
And,
Two. Those two are not the same thing.
It
though.
just says you must be conscious to grant this bonus.
okay, alright. Then you are conscious, so you do get your aura still. I thought it was incapacitated.
Okay. So I'll add my 5 back.
Alright, this
Thank you,
rock
sir.
is going to screech a little bit. And it's still messed up by the synaptic static. It ends its turn there. Adrian.
Well, that went shit. I advance. I guess all I can do is throwing dagger at that one. I will throw dagger and dagger. Well,
Miss and a crit.
yay. Wow,
Alright,
that went well.
obviously no sneak attack. But 12 points
Oh,
of damage.
yeah.
It does cut into the Vrock's neck. And the Vrock is just left with this weeping wound as the dagger vanishes from its neck. Vrock's now bloody.
I really should have to hide first. I guess that is my turn. Oh, wait a minute. No, I will take 15 feet back. I guess I can do that.
You can't, yeah, you have to be in that square. This is not a space you can stand in. It's not enough room.
That will be my turn.
Nico.
Alright. Can I move the thing over so it's on, like, basically on the Knoll statue?
Okay. Just move it over to the left one.
2, if we can go over, right?
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then... So this lip around, like, I'm up here by myself, right? I'm just moving to see if anyone's under me. Okay, I'm just gonna take one step back here so that I'm a little less being fired on by bows.
Okay. Saigen, you are just stunned. You do get your action back and you'll recover at the end of that Vrock's next turn.
Okay.
This Vrock is going to screech loudly, and it's going to just push in and screech.
Oh, fuck.
It lets out this horrific screech, and Adrian, Gerald, Nico, Bargle, and Raven, each of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Hit.
Alright, Adrian, you become stunned. You lose concentration and you fall 5 feet. That's not enough to make you fall prone.
Wait, I lose concentration?
Yep, because you're stunned. Raven, you become stunned. Gerald, you resist, and Bargle, you resist that stunning effect.
There is no mention of concentration in
Spider Climb?
the...
It's not a concentration spell?
I mean, I meant about stunned effect.
Stun? You're incapacitated. You can't concentrate while you're incapacitated.
Oh, I see.
And that Vrock's just going to make an intelligence save. Still affected by a synaptic static. These gnolls see you on the ground stunned, Zygon, and they go from trying to shoot people with longbows to basically trying to eat you alive. They take it in turns running up, cackling, and one of them tries to spear you. It misses. One of them tries to bite you. That misses. And 4 of them are in the moonbeam. Roll for moonbeam. Alright, 2 of them succeed and 2 of them fail. The ones that succeed, they are completely healed. The ones that fail, they still suffer minor injuries.
Does it seem to be doing anything to the statue?
Moonbeam is doesn't affect objects.
Okay.
The
Well, I didn't know if it
statue-
was an object or it's just like a... He
I'll,
might just be a guy standing really still.
It's a 9-foot tall statue of a hulking biped with clawed hands and feet. It's an object. And the gnolls are going to run by you as they try to bite and bite and claw it and spear at you. Zygon, let me just heal them up. They seem to be regenerating. And some of them are going to move back and they will start shooting you with arrows, Zygon. Longbow arrows. Just regular
Okay.
attacks. Miss, 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 and a miss. They continue cackling, dancing around, and avoiding the moonbeam. The best they can. Bargle, you are still stunned. You'll be unstunned at the end of the Vrok's next turn. Alright, this Vrok, it just darts down to Zygon. Wah! It flies around the moonbeam, avoiding it, and it just comes in trying to tear into Zygon. First with its talons, and it's a miss. Then with its beak, and it hits. The beak pierces into you for 11 piercing damage. And it just remains there, angrily screeching and clawing.
Does that one have the -4 for my synaptic?
Nope, it's not affected by synaptic static. At the end of its
Oh.
turn, it would be Bargle and Zygon, who are no longer stunned. Alright, Raven, you're
Gerald
stunned.
was stunned in the first round of stuns. Is he also?
Where are
cover?
you actually? You're hiding under there. Yeah, you're going to be no longer stunned. Or did you get re-stunned?
No, just the first one
you
I made. The
succeeded.
second save.
Okay, you're no longer stunned. You are currently squeezing.
Yes. Okay, well, let's use the Quicken spell Metamagic to cast Greater Invisibility as a bonus action. We're going to take a step back. Do I assess that this Vrok has cover from me currently?
Yeah, all creatures provide cover, so we've got Nico, Adrian, and that Vrok in between you and it.
Yep.
Cover.
Yep, we're going to take an Eldritch Blast at that thing.
Alright, you have advantage. It's not able to detect you in any way. And that's a crit. The beam flies over and it smashes into the Vrok. The Vrok starts to melt. All of its flesh mixes in with ichor and viscera. The wings just melt away, and this big pool of ichor sprays down onto some gnolls. And when that happens, the gnolls start to screech. They are coated in ichor, and one of them starts to undergo some sort of transformation. It starts cackling. And it shall transform. You may as well roll me a D100, Gerald. You're the one who administered the ichor, so you can decide its fate.
Gets 48.
Its arms and legs switch places. One of them has its arms and legs switch places. The other gnolls not affected.
Alright, the rest of the Eldritch Blast beams are going to go at this one right in front of me here.
I guess that makes him attack very hard, I guess.
Means he can't move unless he crawls. Alright, that 28 is a hit. and that beam
That's gonna
slams
be
into
pushed
the rock.
back 10 feet.
Okay, you push it back, and you basically just slide it out of this tunnel.
Alright, let's try again.
And that hits.
And it's going to get pushed back again.
Another beam slams into the rock, and has to basically give a massive beat to its wings before it's almost pushed into the moonbeam.
I'm going to take a couple of steps back, and I'm going to end my turn. I don't know why this macro always lags for me. It's very strange. There we go.
Adrian, you're just stunned for one round, basically. Nico.
Okay, I'm gonna peek up to the edge of the thing here, see what it looks like down there. It's a lot of hot rock action going on there. So this is this mess of what's going on there. Is there just two over there by Zygon, and the rock is near him too?
Yep, the rock's above
And then there's-
Zygon, and then there are two
And I'm
gnolls
and I'm
next
going
him.
to yell at you that there's like 4 like past where you might not be able to see like.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to. Let me just see what the range on this is. 30 feet. So. Alright, I'll summon Puppy. He loves this stuff. So anybody within 10 feet? Let me click the summon.
Alright, he appears. Poof, there's an explosion of fire. The rocks try to shield themselves. They're pretty quick to react. One of them succeeds and one of them fails. The one that succeeds takes 4 points of fire damage. The one that fails takes full brunt, but he is resistant, taking 8 points. And you've also got 2 gnolls. The gnolls let out a bit of a screech, and they try to jump out of the way. And both of them fail, and they are incinerated. They're not regenerating anywhere near quick enough to resist that, and they just turn into ash.
Alright. And I'll tell Puppy to keep getting the gnolls. No. I'll end my turn and then have him take his lane seat at J random gnoll over there.
Okay. He hits. Goes for the closest one. And poof, the flame seed slams into the gnoll, leaving it scorched.
I'll just move a little bit over in this movement. Alright, cool.
So again, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
I would like to do so, yes. Yeah, let's see. The 2 gnolls that were here, I would have to cross this moonbeam to get to these other gnolls, right?
The moonbeam's only 10 feet wide, so you can walk around it, because the chamber's 40 feet wide.
Okay. Then I will do that. So I'm basically going to be like in this square, but to the side of the moonbeam, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and start smacking some gnolls. So I'll get this one.
You only be in. Did you want to go closer to this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But still not in the moonbeam if possible.
Yep. You don't have to
Okay.
go on the moonbeam.
I mean, you might ask me if I want to go in the moonbeam, and the answer is no. Okay.
Yeah. Moonbeam
Let's go
is
ahead
10
and swing
feet,
at that
the
one.
chamber is 40 feet wide. There's plenty of room.
Yep.
You take a swing
Alright.
and you miss.
Second attack.
That hits. It crunches into the gnoll and
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and smite once. Just a quick, just a little love tap on the gnoll.
it obliterates the gnoll. The radiant energy consumes it.
And then I'm actually going to go ahead and use a bonus action to summon a weapon right by the flame corgi, and I'm going to have it so that it's as if the flame corgi is wielding the weapon, even though that's not true.
If you
He holds it.
Just for fun. Yeah, just for fun. So it's going to be like a dagger that the dog can hold in their mouth.
Oh, it's a comically large stick.
Yeah.
What
All
a
right.
bone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then swing on that rock.
It hits, and 11 force damage. Leaves the rock slightly bruised.
All right, and that's my turn.
Alright, the rock. Let me just check something quickly. Because I know that spiritual weapon is it's only verbal and somatic, so you would have had to put your weapon away, Zyken, to cast that. It has somatic components.
Oh, okay.
So presume that you said that you stowed your warhammer before you cast that spell.
Okay, that's fair.
Alright, well, yeah, that's how it works. Alright, this rock's going to let's see what happens. It's going to screech and fly up and try and cling on to Nico. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check, Nico. It grapples you.
Not the most nimbles of peoples.
Once it grapples you, it flies back with you. Using 40 feet of its movement. It screeches and it's gonna push you here. Actually, it's out of movement to do that. You're medium sized, so he's still slowed down by dragging you. And it's going to look down, just basically throw you down to the knolls. It drops you, and that causes you to fall 30 feet. When you enter the moonbeam, make a Constitution saving throw. You resist your moonbeam. So you'll take 5 radiant damage, and the fall causes you to take 6 bludgeoning damage, and the bludgeoning damage makes you fall prone. That rock then ends its turn there. It's I guess it's got 5 feet of movement left. It flies in a little bit closer, and it ends there. Alright, these gnolls, this gnoll's going to actually try and shove you into the moonbeam, Zygon. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. I think your raised edge should only be -1 now, by the way. It doesn't shove you back, and it was just a bit of a trick to goad you. It quickly runs back, and when that happens, the other 2 gnolls fire longbows at you. The first arrow hits for 7 piercing damage. Second arrow crits for 9 piercing damage. The gnolls, they smell the blood in the air. It sends them into a frenzy. They lean down, scoop up little pools of blood that have splashed out onto the ground, slurp them up in their mouths, covering their faces with the fresh blood. Margle.
Alright, I'm gonna try some remarkable athlete shit. Tell me if this is possible or not. I wish to leap from my position, and grapple the rock in midair so I don't fall all the way to the ground. Is that a possibility?
Sure. Well, if you grapple it, it's going down with you, because its movement speed is going to be 0, and it won't be able to fly. So if you grab it, you're both going down.
Oh, hell yeah then. Let's do it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and while I'm falling in the air, grapple attack.
Alright, make an athletics check. The rock screeches
Bonus action
and-
rage on the way.
Okay.
I'm a bonus action rage on my way down, and then athletics.
Alright, you grab onto the rock, and immediately you and the rock fall. And first, what happens is it goes into the moonbeam, and I guess you're still holding on to it. The rock's going to make a con save. It's getting melted away, and it's going to fall, and it's going to drag you with it as it's falling, Bargle. So you need to make a con save. You enter the moonbeam. That rock falls 20 feet, and it lands on Nico. So you'll both share the falling damage, basically. Whoops.
Sorry, guys.
I clearly moved out of the way. I didn't think you saw that.
Nico and the rock. Nico, you're hit for 3 bludgeoning damage and knocked prone, and the rock is hit for 4 bludgeoning damage and knocked prone. And then Bargle, you also fall, and you jumped. Let me just. You're gonna fall about 20 feet. And you'll be like just falling in a big tackled mess. You take 3 bludgeoning damage, and that causes you to fall prone as well, Bargle. Squeezing. Well, not really squeezing, but there. There you go. So you've jumped onto it, you've leapt midair, you've grabbed it, and then both of you have just fallen straight down into there, and just need the moonbeam damage from Nico.
For
Bargle.
Bargle. Okay, con save Bargle.
Right, Bargle, you take 8 points of radiant damage, and you've still got 15 feet of movement, not enough to stand up, and another attack, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to use that attack. I'm going to do it recklessly while I'm on the ground, so I guess it'll be flat roll since he's prone as well.
Okay, so you let go of the rock, it's no longer grappled. And you swipe the great axe up at the rock. That hits. It slices through it and just turns it into ichor. The ichor splatters over you and Nico, and both of you need to make a Constitution saving throw for Demon Ichor, as you're covered in it.
And what's the save at con?
Constitution saving throw.
You guys should be within feet of me, right?
Yep, they're basically at your feet. Alright, Bargle, you succeed.
I'm going to use my inspiration just because I don't want bad things to happen to me.
And you also succeed. And using a reaction, Nico?
Yeah, for the turn into a flames. Since I'm touching it, can that like all happen at the same time, or does it need another action to go through it?
Let me just see what's going on here. So when a small or larger creature that you can see dies within 30 feet of you, you or your wildfire spirit can use their reaction. So is it you or him that's using it?
He can use it.
Okay, he uses his reaction, and when a creature you can see touches the flames, the creature gains hit points. So the flames would be from the rock, right?
Yeah. So it makes a little patch where the thing was, and then if it touches, but he was like on top of me, so I didn't know if I have to go like specifically move out and touch it, or does that all like take place at the same time?
It's obviously not properly refined, so I'd say that because touch isn't really a correct kind of game terminology, I'll just say it's when you enter it or start your turn in it. So yeah, when you enter it or start your turn, basically, we'll say. We'll just change the wording of that to enter or start your turn. You can go ahead and adjust that wording. Okay.
All right, that'll end my turn, and everyone else remember, since we're on 5 feet melee advantage because of Spear of the Wolf.
All right, this rock is going to screech loudly, and Bargle, Zygon, Nico, and the Flame Corgi, and all of the gnolls. Well, not all of them. 2 of them are affected. Everyone within 20 feet of it make a Constitution saving throw. Just very loud screeching sound. Zygon, you resist. Bargle, you resist.
Poor Nico.
Nico, you become stunned. And Flame Corky.
Yeah, hold on. Con, you said?
A Constitution saving throw. He becomes stunned. And does he hover? Does he have a hover, or is he just flat
Doesn't
feet?
say hover.
Okay,
He's-
it does. It's hover.
Vibe?
It's if
I
you
think-
basically
Oh, it says fly hover. It does
yeah,
say hover.
Hover just means that if you're reduced to 0 movement while flying, then you don't fall. If that's what hover does. So he doesn't fall. He just remains hovering. Alright, that rock then just stays there. Alright, Raven, you're no longer stunned.
Awesome sauce.
You wouldn't have been
I guess the
stunned.
moonfire,
while ago,
moonbeam goes
actually.
down too, because I'm stunned.
20,
Okay.
25, 30. I think I'll shoot him.
That hits. The beam peppers the rock for 10 damage.
And again.
And it's a crit. Crashes into the rock's wing, splitting the wing open.
Do I have 3 now?
Yeah, 11th level you get 3 beams.
Alright.
And that's another hit. The other beam slams into the rock and it's all mangled up. Ichor
That's an advantage, right? Because it's a Sunday and
Not
stuff.
quite.
Oh, well. Alrighty.
Gerald.
Alright, let's move up. That would be me here. Alright, let's
Let's
shoot
go
this
for
rock
it.
as well. Okay.
Hit. The rock's badly injured. Hit. Next beam smashes into the rock's chest. Hit. The beam hits the rock on the arm and snaps it. It's mangled badly, close to death.
Alright, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do Quicken Spell and do it again.
Hit. The next beam slams into the rock and just melts it. It turns into a thick pool of ichor that just seeps into the floor of the scab.
Alright, yeah, I can't see too much else, so I'll end my turn here. Gosh, this macro. Come on, roll 20.
Adrian.
I will pull out my crescent and move and I will drop to here. Can I do that?
You can jump, yeah. That's 25
30 feet?
feet. So you jump off the edge. So that's what you want to do? 20-foot drop?
Yeah, can I reduce any further damage I will probably take?
No, not if you're falling. It's you're basically jumping off a 2.5-story building. It's gonna hurt.
Unless you're a
So-
monk.
You take, well, yeah, there are
Wow.
several ways to not take falling damage, but
That is not.
obviously there's specific things. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and taking damage from falling causes you to fall prone. So
Oh man.
5, 10. So you've used how much did it cost you to get here? 10 feet or 15. So
So
yeah. you
so
can-
I use half
But
of my movement to
You'll get there next round, though.
yeah, you stand up.
stand, and I dash with my bonus action.
Okay.
See. Move. What do I see?
When you
I
look
mean-
down, you see this special flame from the flame core. You see Bargle, Zygon, and Nico just on the ground in a big tangled mess, and you hear cackling gnolls underneath you.
I will throw daggers at one of the gnolls.
They have total cover from you.
Oh,
They're underneath you, like as in directly underneath you. This is Bargle, Zygon, and Nico.
Can I land on the statue? Well,
You can, you can jump onto the statue. That's possible.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Make an acrobatics check for this one. Alright, you
23.
leap over, and it's not that far of a drop down. We're talking about 8 feet or so, and you land on the top of the statue. The statue itself is 9 feet tall, and you're perched there, perfectly balanced. When you look over behind you, you see 3 gnolls.
Dagger and dagger.
At which one?
Stunned one.
Okay,
Great. Then I have advantage.
yeah.
I will.
Hey, roll both of them again. Like, just roll another 2. A hit and a 13 hits as well. Both of those daggers hit the gnoll. And that gnoll is dead. The daggers just slice its neck off. The gnoll's killed
That
instantly.
will be my turn.
Nico, you're still stunned.
Am I in that flame though? Does that
You
go
start
off
your
now?
turn in it, so that goes off. And that pretty much goes away straight away, doesn't it?
It does. As soon as it's touched, it goes away.
You just slurp up all the fire.
Okay. I'm stunned though, so other than that, my corgi's stunned too. So
All right, move up. How many feet can the spiritual weapon move?
20.
20. Okay, so it should be able to move like right here
Sure.
in range of the null. So I'll do that. It's like, haha! It wasn't Corgi wasn't wielding it at all. Fake news.
The gnolls look absolutely shocked.
All right, and swing.
It hits, and it beats the gnoll down for 12 points of force damage.
My first swing of the warhammer. Boop.
That hits, and you hear a loud crack as you connect the gnoll's skull, leaving it close to death.
Okay, second attack. Pow.
That hits, and you just crush the gnoll's skull, killing it instantly.
All right, that's my turn.
At the end of the dead rock's turn, Nico and Bargle are no longer stunned. Oh, sorry, not Nico and the flame corky. Okay, this gnoll.
not a bacon
Yeah,
mode.
its turn never ends, so they're stunned permanent.
Found the loophole. This gnoll actually rushes Bargle. It kind of just bumps into you. Its tongue is wagging. It looks absolutely hungry. It reaches down and just grabs a dead gnoll's arm and just snaps it and takes one bite out of it, throws it away, and then jumps on a prone Bargle and tries to bite into him, eating him alive. But you just grab the gnoll's face and just shove it back, and the gnoll screeches and ends its turn there. Bargle, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
I'm going to do that.
Finish.
Recklessly hand him the great axe.
Okay, this is the only gnoll that's left. Just this hungry, feral look in its eyes. And that hits. You lop its head clean off of its shoulder, and its head just rolls around on the ground. Its body then slumps down. And you can create another fire from that corpse. And then...
I probably should take the damage and stuff out since it doesn't go off instantly. Let me do that.
Now, I'd say you get to obviously choose. I'd say you get to choose who obviously gets benefits from that healing. It's not something that's automatic.
Yeah.
So who is getting that healing?
It's when they enter it. Actually, I don't think you choose. I think when it goes in there, I choose if they take the damage or the fire, but only the person enters it. It doesn't go off until they enter it.
Is there damage there?
Well, you can either damage or flame. So the person that touches it, you get to choose.
Or takes
If
fire
they...
damage. Okay. Well, anyway,
yeah.
who do you want to heal? I'm guessing you're not damaging anyone because all the enemies are dead.
Well, it's just a fire pool then, so it can go through. Yeah, you Bargle, you can go through it. You can have that if they're all dead.
I think you need more than I do. I'm only 90 points down out of 106.
All right, I'll go through it. Screw you then.
Okay.
Suck on my own flames. Don't touch it. It's
Alright, you gain healing, Nico.
okay.
All the gnolls' bodies are slayed out on the ground. The rocks have turned into ichor. A lot of that ichor has been absorbed either through people's flesh or the floor of the scab. There is still about a 4-foot diameter pool of ichor still resting on the ground over here. It's a 40-foot wide chamber, and you just see walls of sinew blocking your passage right and left.
You guys want me to have the flame corgis teleport you down a little bit, Raven?
Sure.
I grab onto the flame corgi and you just get bamfed down there.
Always happy to not fall.
I don't think it only can go 30 feet, so I don't think it can come all the way down, but it can put them on that ledge.
25 down.
Is there any
It's
limit to how
only
many
25
times it can do it?
It can only do it once per summoning,
Oh, okay.
but I could get both of them in one. But it can only go 30 feet, so I can get them to here at least.
Yeah. You can get down to this ledge easily. You disappear in a little puff of red smoke and flame and reappear down there.
Ooh, there it is.
And yeah, you could potentially do what Adrian did and jump onto the Knoll statue and climb down. But it will require
Oh,
an
I thought he was
acrobatics check.
teleporting us all the way to the bottom at the 30 feet here.
It's
And then
not.
we just walk over.
It's a 45-foot drop. It's not a 30-foot drop.
Oh, okay. I thought
Each
someone
one
was
of these
saying
squares is 5 feet.
And we're looking on the side view,
there
so.
you go.
So yeah,
So
that's,
jump over to the
45
thingy there
feet.
and then down.
Alright, make an acrobatics check, Raven. It's kind of difficult to land on, and you fall. You hit
Yeah,
the
well.
Knoll's head, and yeah, it's hard to balance. You slip straight off. Sorry, that should have been 1d6. So you take 5 bludgeoning damage and fall prone.
Okay.
Gerald's going to try to jump as well.
You almost made it. Good job.
Almost.
And Gerald, you also slip. There's not a whole lot to grip onto. You actually notice that the statue is also covered in blood, and it's a little bit slippery. You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Is this like a deity or is it like a knoll?
You could make a
Right.
religion check. It's a 9-foot tall statue of a gnoll. It has clawed hands and feet. And it could be a likeness of Yinogu, the gnoll god. However, Yinogu is commonly depicted with his infamous 3-headed flail, the Butcher. This one just has like a crude looking axe. So yeah, a crude likeness of Yinogu, the Knoll demon lord, the god of hunger and savagery.
Now, do I know do gnolls normally regenerate like that? Is that like a thing?
Oh no.
So,
They're not known.
I mean,
for generating.
this thing's might be giving it special powers and whatnot. I don't know.
Or there might not be gnolls.
Oh, you would yeah, definitely think that if there had to be a source of its regeneration, it was obviously this idol.
Do we need rest? I mean, at least short rest.
I mean, I feel pretty good, but then again, I have been mostly watching the cars for a while. So.
The only battle that you had, Nico, was with the ticket inspector, the parking inspector, when he came by.
Yeah, but I just gave
the parking inspector and rolled initiative immediately.
Yeah. But I mean, if you guys, wants to rest and whatnot, so we can do that.
Gerald has no real need for a rest, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm down a few hit points, but I can just heal myself.
I mean, I can pass out some good berries if you think that's be a little help.
Yeah,
they're really tasty. They're like extra good.
That's good for the down player as well.
All right, here, they heal for 4 each.
Oh, nice.
So giving everyone one.
4.
I'll give everyone 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll keep 1, and everyone else can have 2.
I just want to recover some spell slots that are.
That's 11 berries, though.
Okay, I'll give everybody 2, and I will keep 0.
Okay, I'll eat 1 good berry, and then I'm going to go ahead and lay some hands on myself. So +4, right, for the berry?
Yes, 4 for the berries.
Okay, so
they're like the big fat strawberries. They're dipped in chocolate.
Then I'm going to add 20 more. So I'm going to subtract 20 from my pool.
Okay, guys, administer a bit of healing, eat a good berry. It's nice to have at least feel full, so you don't have to eat these horrid rations that you've basically been eating for the entirety of your time here in Avernus, the ones that Mad Maggie gave you. Although I do believe that they've probably gone by now as well, so this is basically your sustenance for the day, because you did have your vehicle stolen from you. You still need water, but you have enough for today. And there's only 2 exits from this wide chamber that you're in. There is a big wall of sinew to the right, and a smaller tunnel with a large, scabby chunk of sinew blocking your passage to your left.
It looks like we need to
Scabs to the left of me.
do some construction work again.
Yeah. Well, if we're doing some construction, which way? Right or left? I'm just gonna guess left. Start throwing some firebolts at that thing.
Okay.
Not very aptly, apparently.
You'll need a better firebolt than that. And you still need a better one. This stuff is very, very tough.
I gotcha.
That hits. Just as Nico's got you, suddenly that firebolt just slams into the sinew, and it's more than just sinew. It's kind of like scabby flesh at this stage, and you just break open chunks of it. There's this jagged, scabby curtain that you can kind of open up and crawl through, and it leads to another very large chamber where it's slightly narrower. It's only 30 feet wide as opposed to the chamber that you're in, which is 40 feet wide. But it contains a massive pile of bones mixed with offal. The scent of decay is very strong. And
It reminds me of that trip to Amsterdam.
A pile of bones and offal. Okay.
No, the
Sounds like a wild trip.
fleshy scab and decay.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's they look like humanoid bones.
It's hard to tell. You would have to go up within 5 feet of him, making a medicine check.
Okay, if these things animate into some sudden evil and try to kill me.
Alright, you go through the bones, and you're basically identifying the types of creatures by the skulls. And they are devil's bones. There are the remains of all kinds of devils, imps, lots of imp skulls. There is bone devil skulls. There are bearded devil skulls, spine devils, barb devils. Just about every devil that you can imagine, apart from the very elite ice devils, pit fiends. and just mixed in with their innards, offal, and just all soaked together with ichor. It's a big mound, almost like a nest.
Yeah.
That's the only real thing in this chamber. It is a very large chamber with a high ceiling, and then there's like a bit of a hill beyond it.
All right, I'm gonna crawls across it, and hopefully I don't like falls into it.
Oh, you
We'll
can
see,
go
so-
around it. You don't have
Oh,
to
I'll go around
through
it then.
And the pile of bones is about 16 feet wide, but this chamber is 30 feet wide, so it's just kind of like a big nest in the middle of the room. You easily go around it. Up ahead around the bones, there's like a small hill, and there's more of this very thick, blackish, brownish scab material blocking the tunnel forward, as if someone had sliced through a wound through this flesh, and it's been healing for quite a long time. Nice hardened scab.
Okay. What are we going back? Keep going forward here, or do we want to go back and go the other ways from that other room?
I think we keep going forward.
From
Okay.
your estimates of how far you've gone through the scab, you guys feel as if you should be pretty much on the ground floor. It's a 300-foot tall mound, and you've gone down about 200 feet so far, or maybe even a bit more, 250.
So, Seb, you were saying last time that this is a 2D side view and that it loops around?
Yeah, so if you keep on going all the way to the left of this map, you'll appear on the right side of it.
Okay.
Get done.
Yeah, so let's just keep going left then, because we'll hopefully be going the same way. This is a circle.
All the while as you're walking, the tunnels are on a slight angle, so it wraps around like a full circle.
Alright. Firebolt.
Nico casts Armor of Agathis.
Second level for the racial.
Okay. And you burn away this scabbing material. The firebolt kind of just, it's like smashing through a soft wall of paper mache. But it's scab instead. And you've got a tunnel. It gets quite narrow enough that you basically have to either duck down really low or simply crawl, depending on how tall your character is.
Crawl.
Okay. Crawl up ahead, and you've got another wall of scab.
I step over.
You break through it. It takes quite a while to actually cut through this stuff with a dagger, but you get there eventually. And it gets even narrower. It kind of angles up and down, and
Oh, for fuck's sake. I keep doing.
Alright, you break through some more. It's a bit of an awkward angle, and your arm gets a little bit tired. But you can just keep on producing these magical daggers from your bracer, so no risk of ruining your weapons. Just keep on throwing them until the wall's broken apart. Eventually, there's a bit of a narrow space where you can kind of stand up and crawl up a hill, where yet again there is another wall of scab.
I rest a little bit.
You
Start doing it again.
Okay. It takes you about 30 seconds or so to cut basically like a solid wall. Cut a hole through a solid wall of scab. Then you can kick it over and make a passage forward.
Do the scabs look like they're regenerating behind us?
Make an investigation check.
Can I help with that investigation?
Yeah,
Because
you can,
it's a pretty sound thought.
Hey, no stuff behind us is closing.
you can take a look around and try and surmise something as well. It does look like this stuff heals. Like basically, this is a hill of flesh, and when flesh is injured, it heals, turns into scab, and it feels like it, from what you can tell, it heals at roughly the same rate as human flesh, maybe a little bit quicker.
Okay. So we don't got any worry about it just closing up on us, but
Yeah.
over time it'll heal itself.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's gonna be in it quite a while. Alright, it's wide enough now that you can actually stand up, and as you continue up the hill, yet again, there is another dead end. Your passage closed off by a wall of scab.
It's icky.
I mean, I could just do some burnings if that's what our plans.
Yeah, we just keep blasting through it.
Sure.
You guys hit it, break off more of this scab. It's so hard at this stage that, higher up you were kind of cauterizing the flesh and whatnot, but now you're just simply breaking through it. Alright, so
I stealth in.
I'll move. There's some activity up here. The first thing when you break through the wall is noise that you detect. It sounds like a goat.
No, they're gonna take me too.
Sounds like a goat, a demonic goat screeching and then smashing into something. And I'll move you guys pretty much where Zygon and Adrian is. You'll be over the other side of the map. So if you want to see what's over there, you can come to the top of that hill. If you're not interested or weary, then you can stay back.
I continue to stealth in. Let's see.
Alright, hold up. Let's just go over to the other side of the map first. And yeah, you won't be able to stealth. You're already like clearly in the line of sight of something. So let me move over to the other map. We've got Bargle and Raven kind of hanging back.
Yep.
You going just Raven?
Going.
Okay. Let me move Bargle over.
We'll grab Puppy too while you're going. I don't know
Okay.
where.
Alright,
We're
so
going
Raven's just staying back. Okay. As you break through that sinew, let me just move you guys onto the ground. You look
I
out,
may be stupid, but I ain't dumb.
and you see quite a large chamber and some demons here. But most notably of all, it looks like the entrance to the citadel. You see a large set of hefty oak double doors surrounded with a brass lintel and frame. And it's standing here exposed in the wall of the scab. You can see where the flesh has been torn away to reveal this entrance. You see a relief image on the doors. They depict a blindfolded angel wielding a luminous sword, Zarin. And carved into the door frame are these beautiful gold inlaid runes. There are
69 somehow.
There's 69 runes. That's why they're beautiful. And there are these 3 goat-headed demons with barbed tails throwing themselves against the door. Bull's owls. These guys. Bubbly, rotted flesh. Horrid stench.
Oh, I get them to sign my Zeppelin album.
They're headbutting this door, throwing their whole bodies at the door, trying to break it down. And then beyond them is an ape-like demon with tusks. He's got tiny little wings, and he's pointing at them and yelling at them, giving them orders. It's now a Feshni demon. And by his side, there is a shadow demon, the one that you'd encountered earlier. And straight away, as you've broken through this sinew, the bull's owls, they continue headbutting the door, but this now Feshni demon, it sets its gaze on you, and the shadow demon kind of just slinks around. And the demon calls out to you all in Abyssal. Who speaks Abyssal? Anyone?
I do, actually. I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. He smiles at you, the now Feshni. And not everyone can see him. I think only Adrian can with the superior dark vision. But you can see that he's smiling, and he seems to be able to see you guys, and he calls out, well, what took you so long? I've been waiting for you. And he starts to kind of fly up. He looks so grotesque. His tiny little feathery wings don't even seem capable of keeping such a hulk aloft.
Hey, this and that.
Name's Krantalox. My buddy here, Vadalan. He told me that you was here.
Yep, he told you right.
What you doing here? You ain't no devil.
I will.
I could ask the same thing.
Just kind of to wait for,
Speak a bit
Ed,
slow, Adrian?
I'm just speaking common. Wait,
You'll
sorry.
need a
Sorry.
translator in that case. You can't understand him and he doesn't understand you.
I assume somebody translated for me.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess
They
not.
don't talk to us.
Oh, yeah.
Do we knows him? I
Well,
mean,
someone
he's
can
up here
translate for you.
asking us about questions and whatnot. Do we know? Have we met before?
Nope. I mean, we met him. He ran away from us earlier, so.
Oh,
But not the big one.
The shadow demon, not the big one.
Oh yeah. We haven't met any of these guys. I have no idea what they want.
now just so I get this. This is like a turret, or what's this arc thing with the? It looks like with the two circling sperms on it.
Wait, what?
Like this thing. What is this? This thing? Is it like a dome that's coming up out of the ground?
Gold inlaid runes. This is a door. This whole thing is a door. You're basically just seeing the outline of the door frame. With some
So it's a really big door. Gotcha.
Yeah, the door is like 30 feet tall.
Okay.
It is massive.
So that's like in the wall. Okay. I'm seeing. All right. I mean, what's you doing here? And
Wow.
better yet, how'd you get down here? With we were cutting through the scabs and whatnots. How'd you get here?
Oh, we've been here for a long time. This is our base. Surely you saw all the tunnels, right?
No, we made her.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, what you guys
We
doing here?
dug them. We dug them tunnels, we did.
Oh, and you put in the
can I-
Knowles too? You friends with them?
Yeah, we're all friends here, ain't we? As long as you're not devils.
Yeah, screw devils. Can I insight to see if they're telling the truth about them like living here?
Sure.
Eh.
You can't tell if he's lying or telling the truth. You're not sure. So, what you doing here?
We came to. Actually, I don't really remember as why we're here.
What are
I
you
don't-
guys doing? Looks like you guys are trying to break through something or whatnot.
Ah, yeah. We
what's
seem to have got locked out of our home.
Lots of big doors. You probably needs a big keys to get through that doors.
Ah, well, the things was is, we ain't need no keys. Someone's gone and put some sort of lock on there while we were out.
And maybe it's Zariel's that did that. I mean, she goes and does all kinds of crazy stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's a bunch of golden mumbo jumbo on the door frame. having trouble reading it. I don't suppose one of you know how to speak this angel language, do you?
Yeah. I mean, I do. What, can I read it from here? It's I don't got so many lights. I can't really see.
Don't worry. I got you, pal. Grab onto my arm. I'll take you in close. You can take a good read. I mean, we both want the same thing, don't we?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure as I know what you want, but I know what I want.
What do you want anyway? I did ask you what you're doing here, and you seem to be a little bit standoffish. And tell me what you want.
I mean, we came to get through that doors.
Exactly. And we want to get through too, so we both want the same thing, so let's help each other out.
Sure. Let's go.
Alright, he grabs onto your arm, Nico. And he just rips you away. And he's pretty aggressive. He's not gentle by any means, and he just kind of throws you around. You actually think he's about to, like, literally fling you away, but he just kind of dangles you back and forth so you can read these runes. And you read them. They're written in Celestial. They say, "Against evil we stand united. Only the pure of heart can part these holy gates."
I see what's your problem. Here, go take me back so we can chat.
What do they say?
You're screwed.
Just saying that you guys need someone like us, because it says that, like, those people, evil peoples, can't get through there. It's like all angel sealed and whatnot.
People like yous, you say?
Yeah. People that aren't from here. Well, I mean, we need Saul comes down here. Maybe put me down on the floor and we'll bring some friends down, and we can do our things to get that opened.
Make a persuasion check, Nico.
Pretty bad at those.
I think I'm quite happy with just dangling you here, so how about you get the door open, or I'll feed you to my bulldozers down here.
Well, I mean, I gotta go down on the ground to do it. You can't just do it from here. That's not how these things work.
Alright, make a deception check, Nico.
Way better at those. Oh, not actually true. Yeah, way better.
You and your fancy goody two-shoes. Let me guess, you gotta put both of your goody two-shoes on the ground? Rah! And, he just drops you, Nico. What do you do?
I don't think I have a reaction to take care of that, so I guess I fall.
Okay. He just drops you. Fine! And you splat down on the ground, taking 14 bludgeoning damage and landing prone. And these hungry demons, they go to approach you, like they're going to eat you or rip into you, but Trantilox flies down and says, "Back off! Back off!" And they quickly leap back. Just being near these things, you feel like your flesh was beginning to decay. And meanwhile, the shadow demon's just kind of eyeing you guys up here. So, what's everyone doing up here, by the way?
I'll just lie down.
Since they're talking and not no fighty sounds, I'm gonna move forward.
Okay. Alright, so when the flame corgi flies over, Trantilox points. "Hey, what's that?" Points at the flame corgi.
That's my pets. I mean, I can't be down here without my pets.
Are you climbing down, Adrian? How are you getting down there? When you come to the edge of the cliff, it's a 35-foot drop off.
Can I slide down this sinuous wall?
You could Yeah, it's going to be difficult. That looks pretty damn hard, but you could make an acrobatics check and try and slide down. Alright, you leap off the edge and just basically surf down here. And immediately Trantalux turns towards you, Adrian, and he looks down and he goes, "Hey, what's going on here? What's the big idea?"
He's just one of our pals. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna pull out my mat and grab the chalk and start doing detect magic just to get things going.
Alright, Trantalux looks at you. "Hey, what are you doing? I don't like what's going on. Too many people are moving at the same time."
Okay, so this isn't just like an easy things to do here. We got rituals to cast and things to happen. These doors, I mean, they just don't open themselves. It's not like we go knock the special handshakes. You got to give us a little bit of rooms here.
Trantalux looks up at Raven, who casts Fly, and he.
Let's open the door for them.
Who are you casting? Just Fly on yourself, Raven?
Nope, the 3 of us.
Okay.
He's like an embargo. Let's go open the door for them.
Okay. And Trantalux is looking around. When you come near this bullseye, Adrian, you need to make a Constitution saving throw when you get within 30 feet of this thing. Its presence literally just rots your flesh.
Ugh.
You resist it, and Trantalux, he just kind of looks a bit fed up. "Fine," he says, and then he yells at the bullseye to like leap out of the way, and it literally just leaps like 40 feet straight over everyone, and then leaps over here. "Go on then. Just get the damn doors open. That's all that matters, I guess."
Alrighty.
Do we have a plan? I asked Nico.
Look at that gun. Time to start the plan.
My plans is basically to find out as much information before the inevitable betrayal and those demons start to attack us.
You think they're going to betray us? Say it ain't so.
No. I think you got that backwards, buddy.
"What are you saying?" Trantalux says.
Concentrating, rituals taking places here. Quiet, please.
So
We're collaborating over here.
Are we going to open this door or not?
Definitely one of those two, yes.
Yes, definitely one of those two.
Well, for now, I'm just going to cast Detect Magic to see what we got here, because it looks like it's a little magical, if I had to guess.
Okay.
But maybe there'll be like a special spot, like one of those sperms is extra magical or something like that.
Alright, you begin a ritual for detect magic, and Trantalux is like speaking to you as you're casting the spell. "So, what do you want in the door?"
Oh, we're just looking around to see if there's any. Like, this looked like an interesting place. So,
Alright, make a deception check.
okay.
Is that so?
Exactly.
Well,
Raven.
you've come to the right place. You see, me and my buddies, we already got inside, and we've transformed it into our lair here in hell.
Did you see the magic sword that was in there?
A magic sword?
Yeah.
Maybe we already got it.
Oh. Well, then there's no point in us going in, guys. Let's go home.
Wait, no. As I was saying, me and my buddies have already taken over this citadel, and I'm sure there'll be a reward for you all once we get these doors open.
I'm sure there will be.
Okay. The ritual is pretty much up. Bargle, Raven, Zygon, Gerald, you guys want to stay up there or come down?
The fly spell on me, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We get fly, so.
it's going to
Okay.
be expired by the
I'm
time that
good.
ritual's finished.
okay, then I'll fly down before he's done with the ritual.
Okay.
All right.
Gerald will. He'll
I mean,
miss
if we don't want to have this, because we can't trust these things any further than we throw. So if you guys don't want to wait for that whole ritual to go off, if you know what I mean, that's fine by
So
me.
You were casting it. We were waiting. We're good.
But you're flying now, and that might be helpful.
Alright, Gerald, you said you want a Misty Step down.
down to here.
Nothing's
and slide
stopping
past.
you from getting
Yeah.
enough with one of your allies.
Yeah, me and Bargo can just like lift you down.
Yeah, I'll be carried.
All right. I look at Bargle and Zygon, and I nod towards the big guy in the middle.
Alright, so as you guys come down here, Trantilox has to instruct these demons to actually stay at least 30 feet away from you guys, otherwise you just get rotted, basically, from standing near them. Alright, so back to the plan. So you do want to just wait for that ritual to finish?
Well, I wasn't planning on waiting for the ritual to finish, but everybody else seemed happy, so
That means a lot more people is going to get close to translocks like this way. But
that's true. But exactly, so 3 people are flying. Well, 2 good ones and 1 who can like at least stay away from the guys who are going to hurt them.
I instruct you guys. Okay, everyone, make a circle around the circle.
Circle around the circle.
Yeah, around us, just so we can get close, so we're not shouting.
So are we doing some kind of kumbaya or?
I mean, if we want to cast, I want to cast detect magic anyway, but I mean, we can't trust these things at all. I mean, they're just probably, as soon as we open the door, they're gonna, attack us or whatever. So,
Yeah.
I mean, while you guys are flying, if Fuse wants to, introduce them to your abilities, I'm fine with that too.
You should just kill him now.
Yeah.
I like the yeah.
Let's take
Translock, we have a problem.
Let's take a vote. Either fight or wait. Everyone type in the
Fight.
chat. Everyone's on the same page.
I mean, we really should rest
There you go.
before.
4. Done. We're not going to get to rest.
We're not going to get a rest. It's either going to be fight now or cast our spell and then fight then. I mean, it's going to be one or the other. This fight's going
No
down.
matter what, they're demons.
Okay, you guys
Wait.
want to preempt the demon. You think that he's going to betray you?
Yeah, curse their sudden yet inevitable betrayal. As
Alright, so yeah, Trantilox, every time you're speaking in common, he's making a little comment like, "What are you saying?" But you continue to deceive him, and he's just kind of waiting,
Alright.
basically. He kicks the door a couple of times.
Let's go.
Don't do that.
What are you doing to initiate a fight?
I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay, I'll roll
Yeah,
initiative.
yeah,
He
well-
looks
yeah,
down, and you're pointing your hand up at him, and he says, "Ah!" And then it's on.
curse your 7.
I wish we had a wall or something to keep those 3 other guys over there away from us.
At least
Curse your
he's-
sudden but inevitable betrayal, he says.
Wow.
Well, at least I'm not last this time.
Okay.
My initiatives have been suspiciously good all this session. It's very weird.
Alright, he just says, "Ah, you traitorous sons of bitches!
I know, we're just like
Kill
your
them
mom.
all!"
Yeah, we've clearly been in hell too long.
Alright, Adrian, you're up.
Well, this is a little bit confusing, but I guess I'll be doing some killing team.
You're the most evil one of us all. Come on, get with it.
What are you talking about? I'm counting natural.
Alright, this chamber is 40 feet wide, so, 8 people can effectively stand in the same space.
I move 30 feet toward this good-headed
That's 30.
bastard, and I pull out my crescent and cast darkness from it.
Okay. And you're putting it on the crescent or on?
On crescent, yes.
Okay. The 15-foot radius of darkness on your dagger.
Is it 15 or 30?
No, it's 15,
It's a
Oh.
15-foot radius, which is a 30-foot
30 feet across.
diameter.
And can I hide? I mean, if they can't see magical darkness.
If you're heavily obscured, you can hide.
And I try to.
Make a stealth check.
I will try to be quiet at least.
Yeah.
So
You're, be unseen and unheard. So basically, they've got no idea where you are.
I don't. I need advantage for 30. So
Yeah.
my turn.
Don't worry. Alright, the bullseye seem to have completely lost you, as does the shadow demon, but
I'll wave to you. Hey,
Transilox is basically looking you dead in the eye, Adrian. Nico.
So how big is this room?
It's 40
Big.
feet wide.
And then however long this is. Okay. So it's like a long, narrow room with a door.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
I'll
40
just-
feet, it's pretty big.
Alright, so I'm gonna put this up as high as I can see, and then hit these dudes over here
Okay.
with the lightning bolt.
Cool lightning. I think it's like I can't remember.
It's a
what it is. I think
60.
just like 10
It's
feet
a
above
60
you or
foot. It's
something.
a 60-foot radius, so it's
Yeah,
should
it's
be.
going to cover the whole room. I think it goes like 10 feet above you or something. Or
No, it goes to as tall as I want, up
The
to
ceiling?
100
okay.
feet above. So I'll put it up a
Alright.
bit. Yeah.
Massive storm cloud just covers the ceiling, and a lightning bolt slams down onto these two.
Yeah.
Okay. Lightning bolt arcs down, crashes into the demons, and it explodes into the middle of them. The closest one takes the full brunt. It is resistant and takes 10 lightning damage. The other one, it escapes with just a small injury for 5 lightning damage.
Okay, and then I'm gonna. That'll be me, but I'll have Corgi go just up a little bit and back a little bit, and then he'll spit at the shadow. I mean, actually, no, over these guys over here too. What is that? 120 feet? I don't know where. Somewhere around there. Yeah, it's good enough. He'll take a spit at these guys over here.
Which one?
The first one, the one closer.
That hits. The
So just
flame seed is resisted. Oh, I guess you can't really see what's going on, but
yeah,
it's a demon.
you can. Anyway. Okay. I'll back up a little bit too. Sorry.
Oh no, base treachery!
Okay.
Alright, 30 feet up, straight up. Going ahead and charging up a Wrathful Smite as a bonus action. And then swinging, first attack.
It hits.
No way that has advantage. Come on.
The psychic energy is expelled from the head of the Warhammer. It hits Transilox for 4 psychic damage, 8 radiant damage, and 9 bludgeoning. And he does seem to resist the frightening effect, but it kind of cracked one of his tusks slightly.
Alright, second attack then.
And
That's just a 50.
he just basically grabs your entire arm and just almost crushes it and rah, throws you back a foot or 2 in the air.
Alright. That's my turn.
Largle.
Line up to him. He's like,
Hey,
and I am going to bonus action raid.
man, if only you were ahead of me.
I know. You could have had your advantage, or you could have held it. All right, and I'm going to recklessly hand him my great axe.
That hits. You slice into this mockery of an ape, slashing through his flesh, scarring him for 22 damage. And you crit.
Smite him.
I'll give you one of my spell slots. Smite him.
Alright, 48 points of damage. Sorry, 44 points of damage. And you just basically split the axe straight into his gut. And it just screeches out as thick ichor drips all over you. And not enough to like transform you, and sprays down onto the ground. And he's looking bloodied now.
Action surge.
Miss. And hit. He tries to catch your arm, and the axe just slices into his furry ape arm for 29 damage. And he's actually looking reasonably close to death now. The Shadow Demon is going to just fly straight up to you, Bargle, and try and slash you with its shadowy claws. It hits. And you take 17 points of psychic damage. Its claw goes through you. It doesn't leave any physical injury, but it floods your mind with psychic energy and gives you a bad headache.
Barbarian's greatest weakness.
This bullzo is going to run. And it just like rushes straight by you, Adrian, taking a dash action, provoking from you if you wish.
I will swipe. I guess first one. So, do I get advantage for this?
You actually don't, because you can't see. Actually, I just realized you don't even get an opportunity attack because you can't. Do you have the? Actually, can you see in the devil? Do you have devil sight?
No, if I cast darkness, I can see it. See through.
No, not unless you have devil sight.
Yeah, you need devil sight to see through magical darkness.
Yep.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
I guess.
You won't be able to opportunity attack. It runs straight by you, and it rushes Raven with a dash action. Raven. Make a
Alright.
Constitution saving throw. Being near this thing, it rots your flesh. And you resist it.
Alright. I'm gonna shoot this one.
Okay, you'll have advantage, because you can see through the darkness, and it can't see you. That hits.
And I'm gonna push it back 10 feet.
Alright, the beam crashes into the goat-headed demon, sliding along
And I'm
the ground.
gonna hit it again.
Hit.
Push it back 10 feet.
You knock it back another 10, and it's close to death.
And I'm gonna shoot this guy next to me at disadvantage and try to push him back.
Hit. Point blank range, you explode the beam of energy, it knocks it back 10 feet. And it's looking slightly injured.
Me and Bargle would really appreciate it if you don't take any damage. Please, thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, this bullseye is going to just dash. It actually like jumps over the other one and it runs up to here.
Does it make a doo-doo-doo when it does that?
It does.
Okay.
Ding ding ding! Makes a ding sound as it
It collects 2 coins. And,
jumps over Adrian. And
Ding, ding.
oh, anybody got a lightning bolt?
Tarantulox looks angry and he just
I do, in fact.
Yeah.
he just slides over here. And then he just
Provoking, right?
yeah, provokes from Zygon.
This has advantage, right? Because of Bargle.
Yes.
Okay,
That
19.
just hits him.
Oi.
Alright, he's looking kind of hurt and very angry. He lets out a furious roar. Roar! And suddenly all these beams of light shoot out from him. Red, green, blue, pink. All the colors of a rainbow. They start to shoot
What?
out
You just smite
from
him.
him. And Zygon,
Good thing none hit
Bargle,
me.
Raven, Flame Corgi, make wisdom saving throws.
Boy.
This is against being frightened, by the way.
WYSE. Oh, I'm already frightened, so that's...
Zygon, you become frightened.
Corgi's immune.
Corgi is immune. Raven, you succeed. Bargle, you fail and you become frightened of Trantilox.
Oh no, I cannot be frightened, and anyone within 10 feet of me cannot also be frightened.
I was wondering about that aura. Okay, so you cannot be frightened, and neither can Bargle. And then he's going to turn around and try and claw at Bargle.
Turn around.
That hits. And he claws you for 6 slashing damage. He tries to claw at Raven. And that hits for 11 slashing damage. And he opens up his mouth. And he looks like he's going to go for Bargle. And he does. And he chomps you for 19 piercing damage.
Eee.
Oh, he's got a big bite.
He does. And he ends his turn there, just in a furious rage.
He probably had braces when he was a teenager. It was very stressful.
Wow, 5d10. That's some.
Gerald.
Alright. You said that this cavern was substantially wide.
40
I'm
feet.
going to run to the back wall of the cavern.
Okay.
I can't really represent that on the map though. And I'm going to use bonus action to hex Trantilox. I'm on board with the blitzing this guy plan, and we're going to Eldritch Blast him.
Alrighty, a tattoo, your hex mark appears on his flesh. He looks down there, what the hell is this? Direct hit.
It's got like a bullseye right on his face. It's shaped like a bullseye.
Alright, the beam hits him, the necrotic energy withers his flesh. You fire again, miss, he bats it away with a backhand. Third beam, direct hit. It crashes into him for 17 damage. He's close to death.
Alright, and I'll end my turn.
Adrian. Alright, oh, I just realized, sorry, Gerald and Adrian, both of you need to make constitution saves.
I did make constitution save when I entered their radius. Does that count?
This is when you start your turn. Every turn you need to make this con save. I just forgot Gerald's one. Gerald, you resisted. Yep, at the start of every turn, if you're within 30 feet of these things, they rot you. And you resist.
Where my spell didn't do anything, so I
You
will.
step out of it and
Yeah,
shoot
they
them at
all-
advantage and then step back in.
You hid, so they all ran straight by you. So definitely worked.
So you can walk out the edge of it, shoot at the advantage, and walk back in to hide.
Well, he's casting on his dagger, so.
Oh.
I guess you could drop it on the ground. You could drop the dagger on the ground.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I drop my crescent and I will move here and drop my crescent there.
Okay.
And I move, escape the radius, and
Alright, you're still
So-
hidden. You can poke out of that shadow and remain hidden. No one's really concentrating on you. Trantilox clearly sees you. And, like, you know, he can see through the darkness, obviously, but these
busy.
goat-headed demons, they've got no idea that you're there.
I throw dagger at that one.
Okay, you have advantage.
Dagger and dagger.
And both of them hit. and they just stick into the bullsey's neck and kill it instantly. It melts down into a mess of shaggy fur, horns, and viscera.
I retreat into the darkness and end my turn.
Nico.
Radio. See, this one's the action one, right? For lightning. All right, I will. I'll try to hit Traxlox and the demon together. Because are they like next to each other, or are they far apart?
They're next to each other.
Hit those two with.
Can you hit that one as well?
Yeah, I'm hitting both of them. Yeah.
A lightning
Bah.
bolt strikes down next to them.
Oh, I don't have the upcast on. Sorry.
He turns and he tries to shield his face with his forearm, and it just it's a direct hit. So it was the just base level.
Just 19, yeah.
19. Alright, he resists it. He takes 9 lightning damage, and the shadow demon, it just looks up and it tries to fly out of the way. It'll make a dex save. It's pretty quick. And it actually is not affected by the lightning whatsoever. It just ignores
Okay.
it.
Then I will have the I think the demons. I'm gonna have
Make a
the.
Constitution save as well, Nico.
Oh yeah, I
Should have
forgot.
actually prompted you first.
It might not have even been here.
Well,
Oh.
you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. All is right. No retcon necessary. Okay. I'm gonna have the corgi hit Transalox too. Oh, or not.
He chokes on his flame seed.
And he'll move over here, and then I'm gonna just back up even a little bit more out of here too. What's that? 25, 30. Okay.
This is actually a wall. Sorry, you can't go any further.
Okay.
The wall is in you.
Yeah, I'll just move so I see us here. Wink. All right.
Zygon, make a Constitution saving throw at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Even from up here, you're still feeling the rotting presence of these bull's owls. And you take 4 points of necrotic damage from both of these guys down here.
4? Okay.
Yeah, and you have resistance, right? So it'll be 2.
Yes, sir, I do. Yep, take 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and fly like a little bit up here. So with advantage, let's swing this tranny guy. First attack.
That hits. You just bring the ward hammer down on Trantilox's skull, and it just melts him into this very potent Ichor. Type 4 Ichor just... It rings down over the other demon, but doesn't seem to affect it in any way, and then yeah, it's just fur, wings, tusks, claws, and whatnot down there.
Okay, then I'm just going to go ahead and swing at this lady. Does this have advantage? I don't remember. If it's within 5 feet of Bargul, or he has to hit them first.
Just being within 5 feet of Bargul gives you advantage on the melee attack.
Yeah, nobody knows this because no barbarian in the history of time has taken this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the hammer contacts the shadow demon. It's although it looks somewhat incorporeal, the hammer actually contacts some relative force on the shadow demon, but the radiant energy, it just like melts it for 16 points of damage. It's vulnerable. And it's just extinguishing it.
Can I still smite, or is that too late? Now that I know he's vulnerable, can I still smite, or is that too late?
Too late. You should have smited.
Okay, that's fine. Well, now we'll know. That's my turn.
And knowing it's half the battle.
Bargul.
Yeah, con save because I'm within 30, right?
Yeah, you'll need a con save. You resist.
Alright. Move to a better position. Attack the Shadow Deep. Recklessly.
It hits. The axe cuts through it, almost cutting it completely away. That hits. As the axe passes through the Shadow Demon, it just disperses, turning into tiny little tendrils of shadow that just vanish from view. There's nothing left of it, not even a trace.
Alright. I'm going to fly down and hover over him and bonus action attack.
Hit. You fly down and slash through the goat-headed demon. Its pustules of pink, like these pink bubbly pustules covering its flesh, pop everywhere, and it just adds to its already decrepit look. This goat-headed demon looks up at you, and its long tail kind of looks like some sort of spiked plant. It just dances it around next to it and tries to whip you over the face. Sparkle. It hits. And make a con save against disease.
Haha. I told you not to go to that lady at the bar.
You resist, and you just take 6 points of piercing damage. And that's the end of its turn.
No, I'm gonna try to keep pushy offy stuff this time. Awesome.
Raven, make a Constitution saving throw.
For what?
For starting your turn within 30 feet of these things.
Well, that sucks.
You resist. Their rotting presence
Alright.
does not reach you.
Alright, I'm gonna fly down to here, which is 60 feet. 55. And I kill this guy first with a shot.
Hit.
22.
Out of nowhere, that beam slams into it, leaving it almost dead.
Oh, fine, I'll hit him again then.
Hit. It lets out another demonic goat bleat. Full melding away.
I'm gonna hit the other one.
Hit. And the beam crashes into it. Starts to beat that one down slightly. This bullseye is just going to snarl and snort and rush Bargle, spinning around with its barbed tail. It tries to whip him. And
Licorice whip.
it hits. You'll need another con save, Bargle. This infestation of these pustules all over its spiked tail. And it's like injected into your flesh.
Yo, sorry, it's lagging. Come on. There we go.
You resist, and you take 3 piercing damage. Gerald.
Alright, let's try our best to not rot away.
You've just basically gotten that 30-foot threshold, but it's not quite close enough. And you take 3 necrotic damage.
Alright, let's bonus action move Hex and fire some Eldritch Blasts.
Hit. And despite them being, creatures of rot, the necrotic damage still just has its full effect, hitting it for 11 damage.
Attack again.
Miss. Jumps to the side. The beam whizzes by.
Final blast of energy comes
Hit.
crackling out.
It turns back towards you. It hits it straight in the face, snapping its neck back, melting its flesh. It looks badly injured.
Alright, and that will be my turn.
Adrian.
I will do the same move. I will come out of the darkness and
Okay. You won't be hidden this time because as soon as you attack, you're no longer hidden. What? You could hide first. This bullseye is still kind of not really focused on that area of the map, so I'll allow you to hide again if you wish. Alright, you slink out of the shadows, skulking out. The bullseye is completely unaware of your presence. That hits. Second dagger actually misses, but as it turns around, the dagger hits it in the skull. It falls backwards and just it dies. You should make a con save as well before that as well, for the rotting presence, which I keep forgetting. But it's not really much of a threat. Either way, it's going to be dead. You were hit for 7 necrotic damage, and that fight's over. Demon has been.
I set up the police tape around the demon ichor, like do not cross.
It is a very potent one as well. Type 4. It's glowing.
Yeah, someone scoop some of that up, will you?
I'm going back to casting my detect magics and whatnot.
Raven clearly
Yeah, I got
said
an
he
empty
wanted to
greater
scoop
potion
the
healing
ichor up.
vial.
Sounded like.
Sure.
Do you want to try and scoop it up?
I want to try to make someone else scoop it up. Hey, you look kind of dexy, Mr. Aiden. Why don't you scoop some of that stuff up there? That'll really power up our war machines.
I don't think dexterity too much.
Uh,
I will give it a try. I will
Alright.
pull out.
You give him 2 empty vials.
You're proficient in a poisonous kit, right, Adrian? Being an assassin?
I believe so.
I think you get it at 3.
Yeah, you get it as part of your class feature. So you could actually use your poisonous kit and use that to try and get the ichor without, very carefully potting it into the vial without touching any of it. So you can make a check with your poisonous kit. It's an intelligence base.
I will roll so. 1d20 plus.
I look over his shoulder and say, hey, don't forget that over there. Hey. Maybe nudge him a
I-
little bit.
All right. Before I start
Oh, I rolled natural 1.
Oops.
Nico
I guess
goes
I
to
nudged you
guide you
right.
and basically just pushes you into it. Like goes to pat you on the back, like have some help. And
You might get. You still might get a 10. You have like reliable talent, so right? Doesn't that?
I am not level 11 rogue, so
Oh well.
You can
Sorry
try.
about that, 10.
all right, make a con save. It splashes on you, Adrian. You might, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You might like what happens.
Yeah, look at Bargle's legs.
Your arms could be your legs. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
just out.
All right, you feel a bit of a tingle, Adrian, but you're perfectly okay. Unfortunately, the ichor, the potent part of the ichor, is consumed in that process of it, absorbing
Okay.
into your flesh and whatnot.
Well, there is plenty of ichor, so can
No,
I?
That was the good bit.
Yeah, that was it. That was like, it's also seeping into the ground and stuff.
That had the sprinkles.
Uh,
What a waste.
All right, so you're throwing up a detect magic, Nico. Takes 10
Yeah.
minutes. And
Yeah.
did anyone
Zygon,
want to do
open
anything
the
during
door.
that time?
I'm gonna make Zygon open the door.
Okay.
You're
you
good,
want to try
man.
and open the door? It is a door. It has hinges. It can be opened.
Go open the door, Zygon.
Alright, well, as you're doing that, let's take let's do a ritual IRL. Let's take a 10-minute break, and we'll see what happens when we get back.
And let's take short rest as well. I mean, why not?
There you go.
If you want to take a short rest, we'll sort that out when we get back. We'll see what happens. I'll see you guys back soon.
Yeah, I have to admit, I've never seen a barbarian ever take the wolf feat. That's why I wanted to do it. I'm like, let's just do something different with them.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a bad feat. It's not a bad like it's definitely helpful.
Yeah, I think we should all three of us die and make like kobolds with pack tactics.
Oh,
Yeah,
back
you-
tact. Ah,
Yeah, you can do the paladin. One can be a barbarian, and then a hexblade. We'll just wait in. I think that'd be funny.
yeah, I got a kobold in my Wednesday night Mad Mage campaign. Yeah, he loves using the pack tactics.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I did when I'm doing what do you call it there, the tomb with a couple of guys
Doom
here.
Annihilation.
Local. Yeah, and I took that. I was gonna do the axe sorcerer there, but I decided, you know what? I'll just keep it hexblade. That's good there. So we got a paladin, the hexblade, one cleric, thief, and a sorcerer. I'm like, we've all died at least twice so far, and we're only like level 3.
Tomb's kind of a bitch, especially the tomb
Grinder.
itself.
It is, but you know, we're nowhere near the tomb. Like we were on our first mission there, like to get into the church outside the town type thing to save them. And the freaking guy he rolls, he says, "Okay, you got 8 zombies and 4 ghouls. We were level 1. What the fuck?" And our paladin ran away. I'm like, smart. You know, I couldn't run away. I was surrounded. But I had a shield of faith on me, so it took 2 rounds for them to get me down.
Wow.
Yep. And then we get out in the forest, and now we're level 2, and I'm on another new character. And this was a goblin. I was doing a goblin sorcerer, and I called him Abracastabia. And our first encounter out there is that friggin' zombie T-Rex thing. Like, really? Like, fuck you. Come on.
Jesus.
There's got to be something to level base that, you know. Like, give me a zombie raptor or something, you know? Friggin' T-Rex. Fuck you. But now I'm on character number 3. This one is the kobold.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, time to go wee wee.
Yeah, I might actually take a little the time I need to shower. It's so fucking hot.
There you go.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how's everyone?
good.
Almost back. Saigon's gonna be another minute or two.
Is he?
Yep.
What's going on?
Is everyone back? Apart from Zygon.
I just got back, yes.
If you're not here, speak up.
Speak now if you're not here, or then
I'm not
just
here.
yeah.
I'm Saigon.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, everyone's back, pretty much. Let's
Everyone,
continue.
everyone important.
They'll never know you said that about them. Okay, so you guys have finally come to what definitely must be the entrance to the Bleeding Citadel. This alabaster temple that was born from the goodness of Lulu and the protection energy of Yale, the Hell Rider, as they poured every ounce of strength into protecting the sword. It born this citadel. So the doors are huge, and then they have that phrase around them: "Against evil we stand united. Only the pure of heart can part these holy gates." Nico's doing a ritual. It's a 10-minute ritual. And did anyone want to do anything during that time? I think
Take
Bargle and
Saigon.
Raven were going to try and open the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Saigon's hand and make him open the door. Use my shadow jutsu.
Okay. I'm sure he will want to help you try to open the door. Right,
Oh
so,
yeah,
there's
he's good. He says.
There's also no other remains of, or any signs of any other demons in the vicinity. So you push on the door. They don't open. There's actually no handle on the door either. As you apply pressure, you feel that they're completely immovable. And then
Oh no.
you hear a voice. It's like a whisper. A familiar voice. Hello?
To the power of friendship, let's open this door and save Zariel.
It sounded like Lulu, but it was so faint that you cannot be sure. And then another voice. This is a voice that you just kind of heard. Firstly, like the Lulu voice. Now you hear a telepathic message. And this is an unfamiliar female voice. Bring Lulu here, and I'll let you inside.
I can't. Lulu died.
You don't receive a response, as if the communication was one way and then abruptly ceased.
With the power of friendship, and I push against her again.
Even with
Wow.
the power of friendship, the doors just don't open. And you don't hear that voice again.
Friendship is magic, so they say. But I guess
Try
it is
open sesame.
help.
Open sesame doesn't work.
I pull out my crescent and knock 3 times.
You knock
Moon prism
3
power.
times. It doesn't work. In fact, these doors, this heavy looking oak, it doesn't even get scratched. Even when these goat-headed demons were just jumping and headbutting the door, even when Transbox was kicking at it, not even a scratch. 10 minutes goes by. The fly spell ends. And Nico, you you do detect magic. It's abjuration, protection magic.
From like the whole thing?
The entire door, mainly around the runes. It's stronger on the runes, but it extends out to the entirety of the door frame, door itself. As if the runes
Okay.
are the magic.
I'm going to go try and open it and speak the phrase in Celestial while I'm doing it.
You push on the doors, and you hear
Back.
this faint voice.
Sorry.
Welcome back. The faint voice says, "Hello."
Lulu, is that you?
Hey, Lulu, is that you?
It's me, Nico. It's me, Nico.
Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Nico.
Yeah.
You're all alone. I'm all alone.
No,
How
you're
can we
not.
get to you? Where are you?
I don't know. I'm lost.
I have the handfuls of your water right here. I scoops it all up, all the pieces I could find. It's like literally a thimble.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who else is
Wait.
with you?
I like most of the gangs here. I got Raven and Zygant and Bargle.
Saigon, you
And-
mean the one that shoved me in the glove compartment and punched me?
No.
No. That was the evil shield corrupted Zygon. We got rid of the shield.
We got rid of the shield. It's gone now. I'm back to my normal good self.
What about Bago?
Yeah, he's here.
He's here, yes.
And why did you come here?
Remembers we were gonna get the sword of Zariel so that we could redeem Zariel? You were helping us
we
on
were
our
gonna.
quest.
Yep.
We had friendship.
Through the power of friendship. Yep.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah, me too.
Our friendship.
Mhm.
You hear a trumpet sound. Yes. Oh, my best friends. I'm so glad you came here.
Me
I'm
too.
stuck. I'm in the citadel.
Oh,
But there's doors. There's doors blocking my exit. I'm trapped here. And I'm here. And Yeagle's here. And the sword. The sword is here. It's safe. We have it.
well,
How-
we mostly has it. Not until we opens these doors do we
Yeah.
have it. Right now, you has it.
Oh. Yes.
Maybe you could try to open the doors from the insides.
I want to, but there's a problem.
What's the problem?
It's Inogu. He already got into the citadel. And him and his gnolls and his demons, they made
They're all
their
dead.
way through, and they took it over. They turned it into their evil den, and they have been doing foul things. And
It's cool, Dad.
Yeah. We evicted them right before this.
Yeah, we were the victims of a preemptive ambush.
Wait. Actually, who did you say? I don't think that was his names. The person that was here.
Inogu, the demon lord.
No, I think we had one of his henchmen or something like that. I mean, I didn't see a demon lord. It was just a Nalfeshni out here.
Oh, he's here, alright. Him and all his minions, and they've defiled just about every room in the Bleeding Citadel except for the temple. I've managed to ward it. I tried to ward the entrance as well. I used special runes, celestial runes, holy
Mhm,
goodness energy. To
You
Yeah,
remember
nice.
those?
all the demons outside and toward the temple.
Wow.
But if I drop the wards, then you know who. He will get into the temple. It's the only thing preventing him.
Well,
And
give us
him.
an hour to rest and then drop the wards. And then we'll protect you.
Yeah, give us an hour just so we can rest up a little bit, and then we'll just join forces and we'll defeat him with the power of friendship.
Oh, I don't know.
And then we'll go save Zariel.
I don't know if you'll be able to reach us in time. The temple is big.
We're like-
The citadel is huge.
We're like right outside the door here.
You're at the entrance, but I'm at
Yeah,
the
the
temple.
door.
The
Isn't
citadel
this
is
the
very
temple?
large, and he has some sort of foul devil waiting out the front of the doors of the temple at the very back of the citadel. If I
Oh,
drop the
so this
ward,
door with Zariel's picture on it isn't like a way in to get the sword?
it is the entrance to the citadel. But the citadel, it's very large, as you can
How do we
see.
open the doors to get in there?
I can drop the ward, but it will leave me vulnerable, and you know who. He will reach me. There will be no time. But I've got an idea.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
for those of you that have no idea what this cute little voice is, it's Lulu, the Holy Fan, an angel that is a friend of the party's but fell to a devil attack.
Fell to a warlock.
Remember when
God,
we were at Fort Knucklebones? And we went into my dreams?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I fought Inogu before. I fought him in Idle Glen, near El Terrell, before we went into hell. And we merely defeated him. So he retreated. We did not destroy him. But I think if you will enter my dreams, you can kill him for good this time. And defeat him forever, so he never comes to Avernus and never enters the Bleeding Citadel. It's the only way.
Alright, well, give us a little bit and I sit down and have a quick hour nap.
Oh, don't worry. It's my dream. I'll make you all healed.
Well, alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
How do we do this?
Like healed, or
Yes.
Or like, yeah.
Don't worry. It's my dream, and I'll make you all brand new.
oh, well, that
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Suddenly, the stained glass panel that's set on the door, it glows brightly. An explosion of radiant energy, a luminous golden archway. It spreads out and consumes all of the ichor, all of the remains of the demons. It dissolves it. It fills the entire chamber with the brightest of light, and you feel healing energy washed over you. As you look towards the doors, you see a vague image of a tiny little holly pen flying there in a golden room. And Lulu,
Stinker bell.
she says, "Come in, step into my dream." And she's holding
Yeah, right.
there, waiting for you all. Come on, guys, together.
Power of friendship.
Yep.
You step in through the golden arches, and
Big Mac, please.
I was waiting for that.
Nice.
And this bright white light, it burns away the blood, the grit, all of the filth that stains your clothes. restorative energy brings life to numb muscle. As the glow softens, you feel elevated, as if you're flying. The restorative energy of Lulu's dream, it heals you all entirely, as if you'd had a long rest. You get back all of your hit points, all of your hit dice. Your level of death stank vanishes again. You gain all your spell slots. You can even prepare new spells if you do so. And any magic items that recharge on dawn are fully charged. This is Lulu's dream, so she gets to make her own rules. Flame Corgi will also vanish. He won't be in the dream with you. And as you guys step through the arch, it's like stepping through a barrier of healing
Dream him
energy.
dead, decayed. So he's dead.
As
we
you
don't have
step
to fight
through
him.
the arch, you no longer see Lulu. Instead, you find yourself standing on a road at the entrance to a hamlet. Looking around you, it's peaceful. There are houses, trees, townfolk going about business, dogs, kine, commoners, people going about their business. As you look around you on the borders of this map, you see nothing but a smoky haze, a grey, dull haze that obscures your view of anything beyond. When you look up to the sky, you see a vague image of like a blue sky, and in the distance, the companion, golden orb of energy, vaguely visible through this hazy ceiling as well, which is about 120 feet overhead. Kind of like a similar smoky haze, but you can see the companion in the distance, so you know that you're within the vicinity of El Terrell. And there is a 20-foot wide road. It seems to be the only road in town, the only paved street. It leads from this western edge of town all the way up to a statue, 30-foot tall, white marble statue of an angel. What do you do?
Go up to the statue.
Yep. Doop, doop, doop.
There
It
you go.
feels very real, despite being in Lulu's dreams or memories. You feel like you're really standing on the ground here. You're really feeling the warmth around you. Gerald, as you walk by this woman, you see a woman here just loading bolts of silk into a cart. She waves at you. Hello there.
Gerald will wave back.
Hello.
Are you the Hell Riders? She says.
Nope.
Oh. You look like powerful adventurers. Are you lost?
I am
Brings you
Raven.
to
No,
humble idle clan.
No, I think we're here to help. We're not exactly sure how we're gonna help, but we're definitely here to help. So
So
We're gonna
you're
kill
Rest
the
assured,
Hell
miss.
Riders. You hail from El
Mm.
Terrell? She says to Raven.
I am Raven from El Terrell,
Oh, so you are a Hell Rider.
son of Mantimarns. Well, distant cousins. But we're here to slay a demon lord. Do you know him?
A demon lord? What? You jest.
No.
A demon lord?
Anything bad
Yeah.
happening in town lately?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I suspects that something bad's coming this way, so you might want to return back to your house and whatnot.
yeah, maybe lie low for a little bit.
Oh,
I think
I'm fine.
things are about to happen.
Lathander, the Morning Lord. He watches over us. He will protect us.
You look a little peaked there, like you're gonna get a fever or something. Maybe you should go home and rest.
I'm fine. I have said my prayers at the Temple of Lathander. I suggest you do too.
Ah,
Yeah,
where's would that be?
She points to the largest building in town, where you can see a holy symbol of the Morning Lord proudly displayed on the front of the building.
Well, may the lights be with you then.
She smiles at you all, and she continues onto her work. As you look around at all these buildings and houses, you notice that none of them have windows, none of them have doors, no entrances. And the woman who's loading silk into the wagon, she seems to just be repeating the same thing over and over again. There's just some bolts of silk on the ground. She puts them up into the tongue of the wagon, and when they're all full, she just seems to be able to produce more from thin air, and the ones from the wagon disappear. You head into the town square. It's not a very big town. You think that barely a couple of hundred people could live here. You see a farmer with a wild dog and a mule. He's just tending to a few cows, and you can see these hazy fields in the distance as well. So close yet so far. And then there is this statue that you head up to. It's 30 foot tall. It's made from marble. It's standing on a 2 foot high raised dais. It depicts an armored, blindfolded angel in a calm yet protective stance. She has a sword drawn and her wings are unfurled. And the dais is carved with the following words in common. Zariel, guardian of Idle Glen, offer prayers to Lathander, and his light will shield thee.
Thanks, Lathander. I need a shield.
Beyond the statue of Zariel, you see a 2-story white stone temple carved with images of the sun on its exterior walls, stained glass windows. The largest building in town. It's got open windows, it's breezy, it's light. Adrian flips off the statue.
So, I mean,
I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to pray to Lathander. I am actually going to pray to my god, which I know is here somewhere.
Storm, right? I think.
Torm. Yeah, I'm going to say a prayer to Torm for the as for protection for in the upcoming battle.
Okay.
What she got against Lathander? He's a good god, literally.
Make a religion check, Zygon.
Never been good at, never get good at prayer.
You feel like offering a prayer to Torm at a statue of Zariel doesn't really hold any benefit.
It's like telling your mistress that your wife does things better.
I didn't marry Zariel.
I mean, it's pretty simple prayers. If you wanted to, I could probably we could rustle up ones. I mean,
Zygon thinks this is Torm, basically, with his 3 check.
Yeah.
No.
Torm, you got a sex change. That's very.
I mean, I'm very concerned here that we're in Lulu's memories, and so I mean, all of these things must be important or whatnot. So I'm expecting. What was the guy's name? Was it
Yinogu? So
Yinogu.
Yinogu, he's the Knoll god, and Lulu had told you that he is after the sword of Zariel quite a while ago, actually. Where's Lulu's memories?
Demon Lord, first one.
Yeah, you can see the memories there. The Demon Lord Yinogu wants to destroy Zariel's sword. He hates it as much as her, and we fought him once, but I don't remember where.
Oh, I bet that random other voice that we heard was Yale.
You would think so.
Should tell Yale that what's his name still loves him, loves her, him, it.
So, there's it looks like there's a bit of a congregation in the temple. The front doors are over here.
Oh, that one's got doors.
Yeah,
That's
it's the only
good.
building that has doors. They're open.
I mean, if anybody wants a prayer, I can probably help him out in finding a prayers to Lathander. I mean, he had like a whole little book of them that we read in that one spot.
Good food, good meat, good Lord, let's eat.
But no, we can watch what's going on in here. Oh, it's like
Front
a lot
doors
of
are here. You
farmers
can,
and stuff doing
yeah, we head inside and it's a full
morning
temple.
wood stuff.
There's a congregation here, and it looks like there is a service in progress. You can see all these stained glass windows of proudly displaying the images of Lathander, the Morning Lord. And yeah, there's a good couple of dozen people here. They're in prayer, and there's it's a two-story building, but there's no stairs that lead up to the second story. The walls are made of white stone, and there is just a simple-looking alabaster altar towards the rear, where you can see a white cloth is laid with the symbol of the Morning Lord, and there is this woman, obviously a priestess of Lathander, and as you guys step in, she looks up at you, and everything gets a bit hush-hush, and she smiles at you and says, "Welcome. Have you come to offer your prayers to the Morning Lord?
Sure have.
Please, take a seat. Shuffle along." And people start shuffling along. Shuffle along, shuffle along. And they make room for you guys at the edges of the pews.
Pew, pew, pew.
You notice that the entrance is these very hefty oak double doors. And there is actually a striped metal bar that's just sitting on the ground next to the doors. The doors themselves have hefty looking iron brackets. The windows are all open, it's all brazy, but you notice that they have iron shutters, like a louver. Iron louvers, basically. And this pious priest of Lathander, she leads her flock in prayer to Lathander. Our newest arrivals, please take a seat, she ushers to Bargle and Raven, to the empty spaces on the pews. Let us all say a prayer to the Morning Lord. Please, Morning Lord, protect us on this day. Send us the angel Zariel. Everyone else just kind of repeats what she's saying.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's it.
for our newest members of the congregation, where do you hail from?
El Terrell.
Ah,
Baldur's Gate.
Oh, she says to Baldur's Gate. Do not worry. The Morning Lord can wash away your sin.
Yeah.
You,
Baldur's Gate
child.
sin.
You hail from El Terrell, so you should know
I do.
that Hell Riders are coming.
Yes, and my friend Lulu's coming too.
Lulu. Ah,
Lulu.
Lulu. That name sounds familiar.
She's a Hollyphant.
The steed of Zariel.
Yes. The steed of Zariel. Zariel will come. She will save us. She will protect us. It's only a matter of time before they arrive. Let us hope that the Morning Lord protects us. Give me power, Lathander. Provide me with power and energy, and light to hold off against the demons until your arrival. Let us
Damn
pray.
Skippy.
And she just kind of keeps her head down, and everyone else has got their head down.
I'll get
We
my
get to-
crescent and give a prayer to Selûne. That Latender.
Get that, guys. We get to fight some demons. Woo!
Yeah, he probably just wants to do that outside.
Nothing
Well,
happens when you offer prayers to another god.
I am doing it discreetly, so that won't be a problem, I
Yeah,
guess.
just yeah.
There's no retribution, but there's also no benefit. And despite this dream feeling so real, you feel like everything is kind of highly scripted in a way. You know, this is basically a rehearsal of what had happened. And is anyone interested to figure out like where you are or what is the importance of this event?
Yeah.
I am.
Trying to remember where Idle Glen is and like what this is, what's going on.
History of the Hell Riders and
You
Elturel.
can either make a history check or a religion check to try and recall information about Idle Glen.
Damn.
Oh, I'm so good at both. So
I shouldn't have fallen asleep that day.
Wow.
I think we were all in the quad drinking beers. I don't know.
I don't even remember. Like I forget my name for a little bit.
I like actually grew up in a hole, so
Zygon forgets what happens like 3 seconds ago.
I have the memory of a goldfish. Where are you again?
He suddenly looks around. Where am I? He screams. Alright, you guys are not recalling any information about Idle Glen, only what Lulu told you. This is a site where Zariel had fought off Inogu's forces previously. Alright, suddenly Jessa goes around. She starts shutting all of the windows, closing them with these louvers, iron bars basically, covering each and every window. And suddenly it's a whole lot darker in here. People are huddling together, and then she takes this coloured metal pole and she puts it over the brackets on the door, barring the door.
Shouldn't we be outside, guys, if we're gonna fight the demon?
I mean,
so why are the Hellriders and Zariels coming here? What's the problems?
Because
Hey, we could help in the meanwhile.
we will be under attack.
Oh,
Many will
Aye.
die. All we can do is hope, pray to Lathander, and survive until Zariel arrives.
I mean, what's about that lady out there with the carts and whatnot? Maybe she gets her to come in here too.
She has chosen her
Oh.
destiny. You cannot change that.
Okay.
She has chosen to turn her back on the Morning Lord. She should be in here praying with us, yet she continues her commerce. Let us be silent now. Let us hope that we will survive this long enough until the angel Zariel arrives to save us.
Hmm.
is she genuinely?
Lathander helps those who help themselves.
I
Bart
mean,
was just looking for where's the goat official sacrifice.
We are the goats.
is she trying to kill us?
No, I don't think so. You could like.
I mean, I'm asking to TM though.
I mean, maybe.
Can I roll insight check for
Sure.
this?
They can make an insight check to try and discern her intentions.
Oh wow!
You feel like she's kind of like semi-conscious of the events, as if like this same event just replays over and over and over again in Lulu's mind, as if she's conscious of what is about to happen. And you feel like all she wants to do is what she says. She's barring the windows. She's protecting the people of the town by blocking the door and hoping that Zari will arrive Because, yeah, you feel like there's some sort of imminent threat.
Then
about
we
to
should
go
probably
down.
step out, right?
So this is a time loop, I guess.
Lulu's memories. Lulu's dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will go out. I will unbar the door and go out.
When you take the bar off, Jessa kind of says, people start to kind of murmur, and Jessa says, "What are you doing? You cannot go out there."
I have place to go.
We will try to keep whatever's coming until Zariel and the Hell Riders can come. We are adventurers of sorts. We will try our best. Keeps the common folks in here.
Do you hear that, people of Idle Glen? This is the doing of Lathander. Through his blessings, he has heard our prayers and provided us with brave adventurers that will protect us. Good luck, brave adventurers. And
Thank you.
I'll do what I can if you find yourself hurt. I have the power of the Morning Lord. I can heal you. But I will be blocking the door.
Okay.
Perhaps we should do like a secret knock?
Yeah. We'll do like basically shaving a haircut. Let's just be honest. That's always the secret knock.
A shave and a haircut?
Bits.
Doot. We got it, right?
I've never heard of that before. That's
Yeah.
It's a Baldur's Gates things.
Oh, I hope we are not punished for doing that knock.
No. It's for the good peoples in there. That's how they signal with each other.
Alright, you guys step out. Raven, are you stepping out as well?
I am.
Okay.
Is this what's that building made out of? Does it look like it's flammable? Are they
It's
just
stone.
signing themselves for a giant death box?
It's
Okay,
stone.
cool.
It is stone.
I huff and I puff.
Because we've set inns full of people on fire before. We have precedence on this.
It's definitely stone.
About
Okay, let me just
You
fix
did
up
what?
this roof. Okay, you guys step out, and it doesn't really look like there's about to be an imminent attack. But let's roll initiative.
Just in case.
I mean, I can't see anything. So
Yeah, that 0 seems to be more my style as far as initiative is concerned.
I mean,
Give
I
that
get
1 hour.
fear rolling against those cows.
All of a sudden, you hear some screams well up in the distance. And things just start materializing and appearing around you. You find yourself surrounded by 6 gnolls. 3 to the north and 3 to the south. They
Here I am.
literally just materialize out of nothing.
Stuck in the middle of the party.
This all happens simultaneously as well, so just hang tight while I describe what happens. So, yeah, just hang tight. So, you get surrounded by 6 gnolls. As you look down over at this woman, the one that you tried to convince to, get into cover. Obviously, that's not part of the dream. You find her surrounded by 6 stretchers. Disgusting, pig-headed demons. API went down. Let me restart the script. And she screams, and she's actually bolted underneath the wagon already. The wagon's on top of her, so she's taking cover underneath. She's tipped it over on top of herself. So as I'm describing these, I'm rolling them into initiative as well. Stretchers are going in initiative. There's a dog, a pupper, that just appears, barking, and creeping up behind it is a giant hyena. Over here. And finally, A Hezrau demon materializes smack bang in the middle of all of you guys. 10-foot tall, spiky looking toad.
Whoa.
And it has a horrible stench. One that makes you gag. Alright, Adrian, you're up first, and being in close vicinity of this thing makes you gag. Make a con save against poison.
Okay. Wow. I guess I have +5
You resist.
because
Yeah, with the 18, that's a success. And you're not subject to the stench. In fact, you're actually immune now for 24 hours.
it's really good. I will disengage.
Seb, quick question. Is this supposed to be 10 feet per block?
5 feet. I'll fix up the scale. 5 feet. Oh, this shouldn't really. We don't really need any dynamic lighting either. I'll take that off. It's just like annoying piece of the statue again. Anyway. Okay, so disengage as a bonus action.
I will throw dagger at this now. Dagger and dagger.
Alright, you pull 2 daggers, throw them. One whizzes on by, one of them hits. And you hear the knoll just kind of
One of it.
let out a bit of a feral screech. 25
So
points
seven-
of damage.
17 did not hit.
Oh, sorry, no, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, both of them hit. Forgot you had advantage on your first turn. And it's dead. You just absolutely kill the knoll. The bullets cut its head off. And it just like fades away as well. The knoll just fades away.
Odd. I will move to Nico and end my turn.
Daryl.
Alright, let's help out my rogue a little bit. I'm going to activate the twin spell metamagic and cast greater invisibility on myself and Adrian.
As you step up, you can hear the distant sound of hyenas all around you.
Wow. This is correct.
Raven.
Alright. Gonna shoot this guy. For 1.
Hit. The beam smashes into the knoll, injuring it.
Kill him again.
Hit. You're a loud crack. The knoll's almost dead.
Alright, one more time.
Hit. And it snaps the knoll's neck. It does a half turn and fades away from Lulu's dream.
I'll move to here. And I'll stop.
So these gnolls, they have like hyena heads. Hyena-headed humanoids. They wear filthy-looking rags, essentially, for armor. It really just looks like they've killed an animal and thrown it over their shoulders, pretty much, and done a very crude job of skinning them. They stink. They're covered in blood, and they carry longbows. They also have a small, Spartan-looking quiver filled full of spears, slung over their shoulder, and they are cackling along with the hyenas. And this one shoots at Raven.
Wait, that one is dead. Oh, that one.
This one shoots at Raven. Miss. This one shoots at Raven. And that misses you, Raven. You got half cover. And this one shoots at Raven. They focus fire. And basically you're dancing there, Raven, because they all shoot into the ground next to you.
Yep.
Alright, this hyena. A dog and a hyena have just appeared out of nowhere. The hyena is about the size of a horse. It cackles along with the gnolls and just opens up its vicious-looking maw and it bites down at the Mastiff and just rips the dog apart, ripping out its neck, and the Mastiff fades from view. It then goes on a rampage, cackling maniacally. It moves 25 feet, and as a bonus action it tries to bite Zygon. And it hits. It chomps Zygon for 9 piercing damage. Nico.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go to here. And then right down on the cart. Haven't used this in forever.
Spike growth. Alright, a big mess, 20-foot radius, thorns and spikes appears. And
So that would be centered at this one right here. Right.
anything that moves within it is going to get shredded up.
I think one over. No, that might be right.
Should be able to move that if you wanted to change it around.
Yeah, it's one more over. Okay, let me select move. Boink. I think that's right. Center is here. Should be right on the back tire. It looks right to me.
It's difficult terrain, and yeah, everything gets ripped up when they move through it.
Okay. And then bonus. Don't got a good bonus. Here we go.
This giant spike battle toad, it attempts to rip a claw into Bargle, materializing out of thin air. It hits, swipes you for 12 slashing damage. It backhands Zygon with its other claw.
Would Great Armor Master kick in here?
Yeah.
Or Heavy Armor Master?
Yeah, it's not magical. So 9.
Okay.
So your armor just kind of absorbs it, and then it swipes at Zygon. It's a massive hulking demon. Its claws get in between your armor and hit you for 13 slashing damage. And then it'll try and bite Bargle. And it chomps the air, missing you. Bargle, meanwhile, the stench of this thing is quite unnerving. Make a Constitution save against poison. You resist, and you're now immune to the Hezrao stench.
Right. Alright, we'll start with bonus action raid. And then going reckless.
Head. You hack into it for 25 damage. It's only a small scratch on the Hezrao. You hit it again. And another 25 damage. Starts to beat it down a little bit. Slightly injured. Alright, these dretches, the lowest of the low of demons. Snarling, pig-featured, olive-coloured skin, long claws. They're tearing away at the wagon. This one attacks the wagon. This guy here. He's going to claw at the wagon. And he's going to bite at the wagon. And then the one next to him does the same thing. He's just trying to grab onto the wagon and rip off bits of wood. And he takes a little bit of the wood and rips off a few splinters. This guy, he does the same thing. Grabs onto the wagon, tearing his claws into the wood. Doesn't make any progress. And one of them runs through the spike growth, 1 square. Just doesn't even register of the hazard. Just snorts and gets shredded up for 8 points of damage. Attacks the wagon. Another one moves. He moves 2 squares through it, and another one moves 1 square through it. He may as well roll up the 2 lots of damage, or 3 lots of damage. Alright, despite them getting torn up by the thorns, they don't even care. They just seem intent on ripping into the wagon with their claws and maws. And you hear the woman screaming out, "Ah, help me!" And
You went into the church.
they rip off a small chunk of wood. She should have listened to you guys, but apparently the dream is just too scripted to do anything different. Zygon.
Okay, I need to make a wisdom save, right? Let's start.
A constitution save against poison for the stench.
Okay.
You resist.
Okay, let's start swinging at this guy then. At the Hazaro. First attack.
And
Okay.
you hit him.
Let's do a second level.
Alright, you really devastate this demon. That's 41 points of damage from the smite alone. And yeah, just this glowing warhammer just eats into the Hezrau and it's just about dead. There's a big hole in its head.
Alright, and then second attack, same guy. 26.
I think you need to be within 5 feet of Boggle to have advantage. Is that
Oh,
not
do
what-
I?
I thought it was the creature that was.
I'm not even
Again,
sure.
no one takes this one.
Yeah, this is the first time in D&D history. Any
It's like,
creature-
do I want resistance to all damage
Sure.
or this
Yeah,
thing?
any creature 5 feet from me.
5 feet of you that's
Alright,
hostile.
so yeah,
to
that's
you,
a
so
miss.
yep. No, that's an advantage.
Yeah.
Any
I have advantage on me
Oh,
attacking
yeah,
any
sorry,
creature
sorry,
within
sorry.
5 feet of
Just
him.
needs.
Okay. Yeah, basically distracting it. And yeah, that hits, and your warhammer just melts through it. The Hezrau dissolves and fades away from the dream.
Okay, then that would
That-
be.
The Hezrau
So
quickly
that's
apologizes. The Hezrau quickly apologizes and is no longer hostile. Just before you attack.
Oh. Okay, that's fair. Then I'm going to go ahead and use a bonus action to get a spiritual weapon down, hitting probably, yeah, the giant hyena.
Okay, so you will sheath your warhammer and cast that spell.
Yep.
Okay. And that is a direct hit. It smacks the giant hyena over the face and it's seeing stars.
And then that's my turn. Let me scroll up and end a turn.
Alright, all of a sudden the sound of hyenas intensifies and the cackling it seems to come from all around you. You watch as a gnoll with glowing red eyes carrying a longbow. It just appears out of nowhere, coming into view. It is accompanied by another one and another one. Each one of them on the edge of the town square. And they're gonna roll initiative. Alright, Adrian, you're up.
Well, that's on your target. I will move forward.
Kill the gnolls beside you first.
I will try to take its head off. I will throw dagger and dagger.
Both daggers hit the gnoll straight in the neck. And just like the daggers spin around, slice its head clean off its shoulders. Before the gnoll's body even hits the ground, it fades away from this dream.
I will dash with my bonus action and move move here. And that will be my turn.
Geralt.
Alright. 2 shadowy bolts. Well, 3 shadowy bolts. Well, we'll see how many shadowy bolts fly out at this guy here.
Hit. It cracks into the knoll.
That's no hex. That shouldn't be on there.
The 14 damage leaves the knoll bloody.
Another bolt flies out.
Crit. And it just snaps the knoll's neck. It collapses onto the ground before fading away from the stream.
Last bolt flies down to the south.
Hit. You hear some crunching sound as it impacts the knoll's torso, leaving it almost bloodied.
Can be pushed back 10 feet.
And knocks him back 10 feet.
And I will, let's say I'll step to the side here, and then my turn.
Alright, the knoll hunters. So each one of these wields a longbow. And they're gonna fire at Bargle. This guy first. Shoots his longbow at Bargle. He's aiming for the legs. That hits.
Spindly little legs. And
You
still
take
hit.
11 piercing damage with your heavy armor, Master. And when it hits you in the leg, Bargle...
Raging.
Oh yeah, so 5. It reduces your movement speed by 10 feet. Fires again.
Roger.
Miss. This knoll fires at you, Bargle. Miss. It hits. Hitting you for 1 point of damage. But it reduces your movement speed by another 10 feet. And this one moves up, fires its longbow at you. First shot, miss. Second shot, it hits you. Focus firing on your leg, that one hits you for 3 points of piercing damage, and your movement speed is reduced by a total of 30 feet now for 1 round. Your legs are hurting. You took an arrow to the knee almost.
Sneak in the back and push it towards the other creature there,
It
Brad.
was slightly above the knee, so you don't have to
Yeah.
retire.
You
from
can still be an
adventure.
adventure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Raven.
Alright. Well, I didn't expect these things to get hurt us, but apparently they can, so...
Yeah, when you
Hello, my old friend.
when you get hit, it feels very, very real, and you feel like you could die here. You're not sure what's happening to your physical body, or even if this is your physical body. It feels very real. All right, darkness on. What do
On
you
my
cast?
shield.
Okay, you put it on your shield. So I'll
So
move
it's
with
with
you.
me.
15-foot radius.
And... Yep, that's it for me.
Okay, you hang tight in that position. Okay, the gnolls. This one's going to take a swing at you, Adrian. He just pulls out a spear and takes an attack at you.
I'm invisible.
Yep, so that means it has disadvantage. Miss. This gnoll's going to look at the other gnolls, and that's the thing about gnolls. They focus fire. They're hunters, and it's gonna move back and pull out its longbow and shoot at Bargle. Miss. This one's also gonna move back with the other gnoll and fire at Bargle. It hits. And the arrow does 1 point of piercing damage. They should have picked a better target. Okay, that's it for the gnolls. This giant hyena is just going to try and chomp Zygon. Actually, no. It's going to attack Bargle as well. It's going to run at Bargle, jump and try to bite him.
So reaction, it's just a punch, right? So
You could do an unarmed attack, sure.
yeah, so unarmed attack. So I'm just going to roll with the Mace of Disruption, just because it's like a same plus to hit, but it's just going to be one plus strength. So 4. Does my improved Divine Smite work with unarmed attacks?
It's
Melee attack.
melee weapon. That's not a melee weapon. That's an unarmed strike.
Okay, so that's just for 4 damage, I guess.
Okay. Your strength mod's +3, right? So 4 damage.
Yep.
Alright, you punch the hyena, and it just kind of snarls at you and tries to bite Bargle. Everyone else is attacking him, so it joins in, and it crits. It bites you for 7 damage in total, Bargle, with all your resistances. And it's going to keep on kind of skirting around like that. Trying to get away from Zygon a bit. And ends its turn there. Nico.
Okay. How far are you, peeps? You're pretty far. Alright, I'm gonna just I'll whistle and drop out a flame corgi over here.
Alright, you hear a voice from Lulu, Nico. Please, help that woman.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm on my way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, heading over there. And then, so he summons and he'll hit that guy, that thing with, when he summons. Yeah.
And it scorches the knoll badly. 16 damage makes the knoll almost dead.
Okay, and then I'll, then he'll just head over to here, and then he'll shoot that same knoll. I'm done with my turn, by the way.
The flame seed almost hits the knoll. The knoll has to actively jump back. And it's about an inch away from the knoll's snout. Bargle.
Alright. I'm going to recklessly attack the giant hyena.
Hit. The hyena cackles and you hack into its neck. It's almost dead. And you slice the hyena in half straight through the middle. And the two halves separate and then fade away.
Alright, bonus action, second wind. And then I'll use my 10 feet of movement to hide in the darkness.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you recover as well. The Dretches. They continue snarling and they're just going to keep on ripping into the wagon. And they're breaking off bits of wood. And the woman's starting to be exposed. She screams, "Help me!" As the Dretches continue trying to make an opening wide enough to get at her. Another one claws and bites at the wagon. And it just splits off a big chunk of wood. And it runs in at the woman. Moves one square through the thorns. Whoops. I actually reduced the Dretch instead of the wagon, but the Dretch was killed by that 7 damage anyway. Just before it got to her. Another Dretch runs in then, and the wagon's pretty much splintered at this stage. It moves one square through the thorns, and that's not enough to take it out. The woman's dodging. She's rolling around, screaming, but the Dretch bites her on the arm. She lets out a shrill scream, and she's unconscious and dying. And then another Dretch runs, one square through the vines, gets shredded up, takes 7 slashing, piercing damage, tries to basically just eat the woman alive. and it grabs her, and it's just like it's like a tug of war. Another dretch runs forward. One of the dretches has her legs, and the other one tries to pick up her arms, and they both pull, and they pop all 4 of her limbs off. It then turns its attention towards you guys and starts to rush forward. It moves 1 more square and gets shredded by the spike growth again. Unfortunately, you couldn't get to her quick enough. And Lulu just kind of weeps a little bit. You hear her disembodied voice weeping in your mind. Tyken.
Okay, so spiritual weapon is not close enough to hit anybody nearby. Yeah, that's 25. I don't suppose the spiritual weapon can dash, right?
Only if it has levels in Rogue.
Okay. Unfortunately, no. I did not multi-class my spiritual weapon. So I will go ahead and move it 20 feet, like probably just to here.
Okay, you should be able to move it now.
Okay, then 20 feet here. That's my bonus action, and then my action. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start hitting this guy because he's the only thing I think that's in range per se. I grab my weapon and then I start swinging. First attack.
Hit and crack. It almost kills the gnoll with 18 damage.
Alright, let's try to finish it off.
Hit
18.
And you just clock the gnoll straight over its snout. Snaps its neck. It collapses to the ground, fading from the dream.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alrighty, we're actually going to be ending here for tonight. But before that, something does happen.
You will die. What?
You hear a chorus of screams rising up from all around you, and you see this farmer with his cows and his wild dog and his mule rushing in, and the cows are mooing a little bit ahead of him. The wild dog is just running by his side, and his mule is just adding to the menace. All the sound and the confusion. They come sprinting in, running. This farmer has a terrified look on his face. He looks like he's just seen his own death. And all of a sudden, as he just reaches the town square and cries out for help, a longsword thrown through the air hits him on the neck, separating his head from his shoulders, killing him instantly.
Reaction to laugh at that.
And something just teleports in and pulls that longsword up off the ground, still covered with the man's neck blood. And you see a massive demon with... It's like an ogre. It looks like an ogre. And it has 6 arms. And kind of like the head of a gnoll, obscured by this helmet. And in each hand it has a longsword. Has bits of armor attached to its flesh. And a wicked looking sword in each one of its clawed hands. It's D&D Goro. And we'll...
Mortal Wombat!
hopefully...
Why did it have to be neck blood? That makes me
Wow,
scream.
we were talking about Mortal
blood.
Wombat. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, you guys said... You just hear suddenly a new challenger! Anyway, that's Street Fighter.
Yeah. Come on.
Hopefully Hellstrom will enter this dream next week here as well with you guys. And we'll pick it up right here in Idle Glen in Lulu's dream.
See you next week, guys.
Alright, see you guys next week. That was fun.
Yep, good game.
Thanks, guys.
Next week, guys.
See you next time. We'll
Later.
continue this fight right where we left off. I'll see you guys then. Good night, everyone.
See you next week.
Take care.